You're on the trail now. They are dealing with those wolves behind you, and you're heading up, and you can see in front of you the gates of Archet. As the winter light fades, you find yourself near the gate. It's a fortified village and has walls of large wood pikes, roughly 13 to 15 feet. All rough, not super uniform. The gate is pretty loose and mostly just open that you can see in front. Snow is drifting lightly through the air right now, and you can see to the right of you there is a track that kind of goes out to south. But next to that track, because you're kind of at a little bit of a crossroad here, there's a woodshed, and it's a crooked woodshed built from scavenged planks. There's a crude porch sagging under some of the fresh snow. There's a chicken pen next to it, leans beside it. There's a faint lamplight spilling from inside. The track passes the woodshed and continues southeast into likely Chetwood forest. I would say that might be group knowledge by this point with Thrar's understanding of the area. And to the left of you and the gate, built kind of against the inner hill and the town wall, but on the outside of the town, is a modest farmstead, one might call it a hobby farm, with a neat orchard of rows of what you cannot really tell because it's winter, but they don't look like trees or anything, but there's definitely something that is growing there, maybe in the spring or the summer for the farm. There's a mule that stands quiet, and a chimney is breathing slowly, curls of smoke into the dusk.
I would recognize that as once previously Henry Birchtree's farm, correct?
Yes.
So I will, taking Little Harold's advice, I will motion to my traveling companions towards the farm and head over there to knock on the door and inquire about if the new owners know anything about what Henry said or did when he left about 2 years ago.
Follow.
Before I follow with the group, is there any way I do kind of just a glancing scan or any information I draw from the tracks that you mentioned going to the right?
You can see it's actually just like not tracks like deer tracks or wolf tracks, but like a track, like a path.
Oh, path. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So less of a path, more of a track, less of a road. You're on a track like a path, like a road.
Oh.
Yeah. So does that satisfy your curiosity?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so everybody wants to head over to the hobby farm?
Yeah.
All right. So walking up to the hobby farm and going up, you see it's a kind of a cobblestone-y little farm area. There it is here. What would you like to do?
I will go up to... Does it look like anyone is home? You said there's smoke coming from the fire, but does it look
it looks like there's light coming from it. You see a broom that's kind of on the porch. There's smoke rising from the chimney. So it does look like there is somebody inside.
I will walk up to the door and knock.
All right, door opens and you see in front of you a woman probably in her mid-50s, weathered, not unattractive, but just definitely aged and has worked the land quite a bit. Oi, what can I do for you?
Forgive the intrusion, madam, but I'm a friend of Henry Birchtree. I believe he used to be the owner of this farm. I was told that he left some time ago and to speak to the new owners if you might know anything about where he's gone.
Oh, yes, Henry. He was quiet and kind enough. He was always in those darn books. I remember that about him. He kept to himself. He did give me the house quite cheap for me. He was in a bit of a hurry. Before he left, before I got the house, I do recall him, the rumors about him just vanishing more and more and not even being here. And it was kind of getting it. When I had to get the house, it was very much in disrepair. He would often go to Bree, I guess, from how the rumors are. Said he was talking to some scholar there, an older man, Eldywood or something. One day he came back and he offered me this place for half of what it was worth. Didn't even haggle. Just wanted out. Said he had unfinished business in the North Woods and left in a hurry. Took only a satchel.
I see.
And she kicks a small wooden chest by the door too.
What does the chest look like? Is it empty? Is it full?
It's a closed chest, and I do apologize. I need to correct that track. It was heading north, so it's all the tracks are heading kind of north around Archet. So I apologize for that. Just a quick correction. So the chest is very old, beat up. It's about 24 inches by 24 inches. It's not very big.
I ask, this chest, is it his? By any chance?
Can I ask? Are you're friends with Henry?
Yes, I've known him since he was quite a young lad, to be honest. I've not seen him in many years, and I thought to come and visit him, only to find out that he's been gone for almost half as much as the last time I've seen him.
Well, if you're friends, maybe you can be a friend of mine and get rid of this god-awful thing. She allows you to look into it if you want motions for you.
Yep, I will gladly take it off your hands if it pleases you, and I'll take the chest.
Oh, you just take the chest. Okay, so the chest is going to be one load.
Okay.
Yep.
We have that from here, and I will tie it up to the saddle of my mule. I won't open it out in the open. I don't want it to get destroyed. Whatever's inside to get destroyed by snow.
Excellent. Oh, well, thank you so much. That's one less chore for me. I was just about to chuck it into the fire.
Favor smiles on us both. I thank you for the information, though it worries me that he's been gone for so long without a word. But I will bid you a good evening.
Good evening. Does anybody else like to talk to this person, or are you all good?
I also signal for a good evening.
Oh. Good evening to you too, Sir Ranger. Oh, she doesn't know you're Ranger. I'm sorry. Good evening to you, athletic-looking forester.
Thank you for having us in your humble home.
Yes, would you like any jams or preserves? I have more than I need.
Yes.
All right, she runs back to the kitchen. You kind of see into her house. It's a little disarrayed and everything. And there are. She comes back and she hands you each some blackberry jams.
Yum. Well, thank you for your hospitality.
She actually gives you one more Aldea and says, if you... this is a strange man across from me. I don't care for him too much. He used to have a lot of coin in his pocket, but lost it to dice. If you feel it in your heart, you can give him one of these preserves. Henry used to give him preserves, I recall. And he was fond of that guy. Somebody needs to be.
Sorry, where was this location?
Oh, he just lives in that little old woodshed across from me. Keeps to himself mostly, looks for work, but Like I said, he used to run with a lot of silver in his pocket. He was a little bit proud of himself, but these days, I think the dice took most of that away from him. I lost a lot of kindlement like that guy over there. He seems nice, but I really don't have time for it.
Okay, great. I will fulfill your errand. Thank you for the jam.
Absolutely. So,
Actually, I've got one more question.
oh yeah.
Before we leave.
So she's got the door a little bit shut and kind of okay.
Do you know anyone by the name of Ellis?
Ellis. There might be one in town. I think Ellis might be in town, yeah. But I don't really want to get involved with that. And then she shuts the door on you pretty quickly at that name.
Okay.
All right.
One for all day.
So you're standing at her porch, and she's kind of looking at you out the window at this point.
I turn back to the main path.
Okay, so you're at the main path. You're at the main path
Mushroom
now.
and moss and onion jam for you. There's no pork knuckle on that jam. I want nothing to do with it.
So what would you like to do now? You're on the path. You've got the hobby farm to the left of you. You have the woodshed with the path that's actually heading northeastwardly. Sorry, kind of around Archet. And you have the gates that are open. You can kind of see some people milling about.
Well, I received this letter that I kindly said that to a fellow man named Cormac that I would attempt to deliver to Lady Ellis in Archet. So, very, very much like to maybe find her and complete my little mission. I wouldn't want to be seen as a failed postman.
I see no reason we can't tarry for a while. If the snow really does come, it might be in our favor to seek shelter and spend the night here, rather than journey back to Bree.
I have to go to that little shack with this jam. So, are you following, or shall I walk there?
Well,
should we all go?
It's not far. It's out of our way.
Walk over to the shack with you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. I might be a little bit alarming by myself. All right. So maybe I'm walking.
Yeah. So it's not actually too far, and you see actually now a man sitting outside on the stoop. We'll actually put the little farmhouse where it belongs. It's kind of fun. So farmhouse is probably like right here. He's in the woods. Alright, so you see him. He's kind of sitting on the stoop now. He looks like he's about in his 50s, weathered face. He's wrapped in a heavy wool cloak. He's drinking something hot. His eyes flick up as you approach. They're lined but not unfriendly. You can smell some cooked roots, and firewood lingers in the cold air. Around you can smell that smoke from wood. Evening. You look like folks with purpose. And an elf, eh? Well, now, some round here might grumble about that, but not me. Never had much patience for narrow hearts. No matter how the shape of the ears, or narrow they are, that be. You folks need anything? I've got time, an axe, and I know these hills if there's work, that is.
I was given this jam for you, sir. And I would love to know more about what you know, but this is an errand. So, will you take this jam?
This is old Henry's jam. Did you see Henry?
We went to his house. My travel companion, Thrar, is on a search for him, and the woman of the house gave me this to give to you on our way out.
Really now? That widow doesn't have much time for me, so Maria gave you this jam to give to me? That's nice. Gives a little smile at the jar as you're handing it to him. So you're asking about Henry. Kind soul, bit of an odd nut. I spent a lot of time with him. Gave me work when I didn't deserve any. He liked that little hobby farm he came back. One day he started vanishing regular, like talked about a haunted forest up in the north of Chetwood. Even foresters don't really explore up there, mostly up northeast. They said, a haunted forest. I just thought lazy. That was my opinion of them all. Never been up there myself. Henry was determined to explore it, though. So many foul wars up there. Who knows what one might find. No, most just stick around here to the actual trails. If you head that way and you need a guide, I might be your man. I can always, I like to earn my money correctly. I don't want any handouts. When you did sell, you used to bring the jam over, and when he sold, he gave me this kettle back here, gave me a bunch of blackberry preserves. Can you imagine that? He had a blackberry farm. All he did was grow blackberries. Crazy guy. He tried to contain them. They'd go everywhere every year, but he made really good blackberry jam.
Have you gotten the knowledge that you seek?
Thank you for, this is most useful information, and the day draws short, but if you, would be willing to guide us when the sun is up in tomorrow, we would be very much obliged to you.
Oh, well, like I said, I'm here for work, so I would really appreciate that. I had some hard times in the past, but I don't want to bore you with it.
Did we get?
Do you remember?
Go ahead.
Do you remember how long ago Henry marched off to?
It might have been a year ago, I would say. It's something I took note of. I remember it was warm out. So yeah, maybe last spring. Actually, it might have been last fall before last spring, so maybe a year and a half ago. I just remember it was warm out.
Did he give us his name, this gentleman? Or he didn't give us his name?
He did not.
Okay, so, and what might
Just an
your
old man
name?
in the woods. That's how this all started. And as a lady, I did not want to go by myself. To go by.
And what is your name, good sir?
Oh, well...
You didn't even give us that. You
Well, I
gave
didn't
us
get
much
your
more.
name. Didn't get your names either. They're kind people, but I'm obliged to give you mine. You're giving me work. I'm known as Merrick. Some people just call me Old Merrick. People around here are nice. They gave me the woodshed to get my life started over.
I am Thrar, at your service, Merrick.
Oh,
Aldea?
wonderful.
My name is Cirion.
Cirion. Well, thank you very much, and yeah, I'd be happy to guide you as far. I need to be honest with you, though. I haven't been up to where they, the rumors of this haunted forest are. I don't think many people have, but I can get you at least up the trail a ways and guide you to a certain level for sure. So I don't want to lead you astray that I'm a woodsman. I don't know if many are around here, but I can at least get you in the right direction.
We would be... Any help is good help. And one would be a fool to shy away from it.
Excellent. So he's just there sipping his coffee. He's pretty happy.
By the way, Merrick, do you know where I might find someone by the name of Ellis?
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't really like to deal with those kinds of things. I'll leave you to that. You'll find what you need probably in Archet over there. I stay out of other people's business.
Fair enough.
When it comes to, I don't mind honest work though. I don't mind giving you honest some work.
We might need lodging for the evening. Do you know of a local area here?
No, this isn't Bree by any stands. This is a pretty small place. Most people coming through either put tents, but you're not going to want to do that with the storm rolling in. The drinking well, they got a common room. People sleep in there sometimes.
So, shall we go to the drinking well, and then meet you back here tomorrow?
I'll be here. I split this wood over here and tried to sell it. Most people already bought up all the wood with the storm coming, but yeah, I'll be around. Don't fancy another party coming through anytime soon and take me up, but you got first dibs.
We are very grateful to you, and we'll see you in the morning.
Excellent. All right, so with that, you are now in front of the gate of Archet.
Has Harold and his companions already come back, or not yet?
They have not come back yet.
Aldea is thinking to herself, what charming little human homes, or like, sorry, they're hobbits, little hobbit homes, nestled in the nature. I'm like catching some snow, or some snowflakes.
The snow's starting to come down a little bit more. It's not a big snowstorm, but you can see, okay, something might be happening. It's a little less than a light.
Tugging at her cloak, but also amused by the nice snow.
Well, what do you think? Should we head in?
Yes.
To the gates?
Yes, the weather is turning foul, and I don't fancy spending the night in a snowstorm outside.
Neither do I.
No.
As much as I've been out in the elements before.
Yes. It bites.
So as you walk into the town, this is very boxed into a hill. This is a drawn map that somebody has done, but it doesn't do the justice of kind of the constricted feel of it. It's very much built into a hill, a large hill, if you will, but you can't even really see the hill. You see trees growing up the hill behind it. The pike wall kind of surrounds most of the town, and built into it are buildings that are kind of line in a U shape most of the wall. There's a large building kind of over in this area that looks really peculiar. It has bars to get into it, but they're open, and you see laundry coming out of people's windows, or like hanging from windows. So you can see that there's lights on. It looks very almost militaristic in a way, but also homey. It's very, very bizarre. You also see a raised, thick stilts and a spiraling stair. It's about 1 story. It's taller than the other walls. It's up against the front gate, and there's a large perched room up there. It's probably about 1,000 square feet, and it's very open, but you can see that there's people up there. It's probably some type of a lookout. You can guess if you want. And to the right of the gate, the gate's right about here. To the right of the gate, you see some merchant stalls. Some of them are closed, but you can see a couple of people kind of milling about. There's one woman, and she's selling wool cloaks and mittens. And kind of to the front of you, you see it looks like a burnt stable. Behind the burnt stable, you can see the symbol for a blacksmith, but it's all closed up in a larger building that's kind of in the center of town. And some men are sort of standing out that, and they look a little rough.
I need some mittens. This is quite... I was hanging out in snow just a little bit too long. So mine are wet. I have, like...
We can go there and ask for the directions to the drinking well, since I am not familiar with Archet within the walls.
Like, to ask that, yeah, perfect. And then any other little warm, since it's just going to be a room, it's not going to be very accommodating, probably with some blankets and things. So, I'm ready to like to buy her whole stall.
Wearing the elven clothing. Okay, so going up to the stall, you see it
works. It just, there's like a transition. If living in a place that has a interesting, the biodomes are a little different. So mine is very hardy, but it doesn't mean that underneath I'm not like, I need, layers that work, and we've been out for a long time. So the more wet that they are, then the more that I'm gonna be cold. Come on. Sorry, I didn't mean to say come on. But yeah, sorry. I apologize. Lore master. Lore guy.
So you approach the stall. You see a younger woman there, probably in her mid-20s. She has very bright red hair with some ear muff type hat that she has made for herself. She's knitted a lot of unique items, and you can see that she has a row of cloaks and mittens. She's packing things up at this point.
Good. Hello, I would like to be your last customer. Are you selling these wares?
Yes, I'm selling all these wares, if that's what I'm here for.
Great. I would like to buy 2 mittens, and is there any blankets available?
She peers at you for a moment, and she noticed some pointy
and a hat. Look at hat. Immediately.
She looks over at Cirion, and she's like, and is there anything I can get for you?
No, nothing for me, but those mittens would be much appreciated. She means you no harm. She will make it worth your while. In any case, is your name, by chance, Ellis?
She laughs a little bit, and she looks at you, and can you do a persuade check?
I think it's a 9. Our target number is 16.
Did you have no pips or anything? I just have the feet. All right, so
there it is. I was waiting for the dice to show up. It's there.
So you weren't able to convince her to give you the mittens, and she laughs and she's like, do you have a description of Ellis? And she kind of squints at you with a smirk.
And I said, not my memory not being the greatest. Yes, I believe the description given to me was the most beautiful flame red hair in town.
Yeah, just a GM note. It was the most beautiful head of hair in all of Middle Earth. Or area.
Oh, Middle Earth. Okay.
That's quite the description, and I would say it's very accurate. Ellis is right over there, and she points over towards the blacksmith, where you see the ruffians, and there's one that looks to be like their leader.
With no hair?
Yep.
So it's a spirit creature.
He's
Red hair, bravado.
He's balding. He's bald, and he has a scar on his scalp, a grimace on his face. He's looking over towards your group.
Stop asking about this guy. Just I need mittens too. You just blew it.
Yeah. You can audibly hear like a little gulp when I go. When I look over.
Honorable.
Thrar mutters under his breath, "They don't look very friendly."
No, they don't. Ours is correct. I think we should go look for that lodge.
I look back at the I look back at the at the vendor and say, "Surely you jest."
No. That is the... There may be another Ellis, but that's the one that we all know of. You can do an insight check if you want.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Space is very insightful. Okay.
Well, that's an Eye of Sauron. I was doing practice rolls earlier, and I was rolling a lot of Eyes of Sauron, so it's going to be one of those days.
So, you're not able to tell anything about her because she's lost interest in talking with your party. Her little joke is over, so you can't tell one way or the other.
Alright.
So no gloves for me then, right? I'm down at the stall.
Unfortunately, no gloves for you.
Thanks. Thank you so much. And then what is the... Sorry, I keep on hearing the well. We're supposed to go to an inn with the well in the name of it. Is that what I heard?
The drinking well.
The drinking well. I would like to go... Can I get the directions to the drinking well at least? Ma'am? Yes?
She is kind of busying herself with the stall right now.
We're getting the cold shoulder, in other words.
Very cold shoulder.
Cirion, you should go talk to your guy.
A little beat up sweat frozen on my head right now.
Go ahead, you've been looking for him.
Somebody said they wanted to be a good messenger. This is an option. You can go and talk to this person or not.
Yep.
Either way, there may or may not be a consequence.
My ears are perked and cold.
Thrar has his hand on the shaft of his mattock, just in case, but casually under his cloak, so it's not obvious.
I start making my way over there then. Do a little... maybe deepen my voice a little bit. You there?
Yeah?
Is your name Ellis by chance?
Yes, I'm Ellis. Who are you?
My name is Cirion. I am visiting from Bree. And I've just talked to your friend Cormac.
Do you have a message for me?
I decide to flip out the envelope.
He is going to attempt to snatch it from your hands. Would you allow him to do that?
I kind of step it back and say, and I decide to say,
before you snap it back, do a quick athletics check for me. This is a quick reflex. He's going to grab that thing from you.
Athletics check.
I think that's where dexterity would be.
I got an 11. Would my distinctive feature be able to be worked in here?
What's your distinctive feature?
I have Swift.
Oh. Yes. I believe so.
And remind me what that allows me to do.
I am not completely sure at this point. Thrar, do you happen to have Swift off the top of your head? If not, we can improvise it.
I can pull that up right now.
I have it. Actually, I think this is my copy that I left.
Yay, I'm glad that you know where it is.
Swift.
We're like scholars in here.
Well, we don't need to slow everything down to look up
It
Swift.
is so much fun though. The book is so beautiful.
You move. It says all it says is you move swiftly and are quick to take action. I think it's down to the lore guide.
I think you're able, with your swiftness and your rangeriness, you're able to keep it away from him. So what would you like to do? You were going to say something. He's not too happy either. He's grimacing at this point.
Yeah. It's like, I say, you do remember Cormac, right?
Yeah, I know Cormac.
Very serious fellow with short hair, no beard.
Yeah, listen, I need to get the message from Cormac. He gave you a message. I know Cormac. I'm Ellis. I'm the only Ellis here. And the men start to get a little closer to him. He's like, are you going to give me the message or not?
Aldea is like not leaning forward, but stepping like forward and closer to Cirion, just to have a.
Yeah. I kind of like look at him like. So, what happened to all your hair?
Warg.
Warg.
Got a scar from a warg. Hair never grew back. It looked weird, so I just shave it.
Just like that. That's the only thing the warg left on you.
Aldea steps back to like Cirion get his money.
He's now kind of touching the hilt of his sword. He's you can tell he's losing a little patience.
Thrar widens his stance ever so slightly.
And I kind of said,
It's a real thing.
Yeah.
This guy's rude. Making jokes, but in the world, like, it might be in the street though.
He's got about 4 or 5 guys around him.
yeah. Last question. So if Cormac remembers you, what would be the biggest? I'll take that back.
If you're testing whether or not I know Cormac, black hair, clean back, talks with compliments, talks fast, hangs out with that tea hobbit. Satisfied that I know him?
I still look at him a little suspiciously, but I tip the letter to him.
So he grabs it, stares at you for a little while. Then he unfolds it. They have a campfire nearby too, I forgot to mention that. He studies it for a little bit. And then he tosses it into the fire and yells to the guys around him, "All right, boys, it's off."
Can I, from
No,
where
it's
I'm...
not happening. Sorry, it's not happening.
Can I, from this distance, make out what's on the letter as it burns up?
You can. You see a broken branch that has been crudely drawn with a bird flying off the branch.
Okay.
Bird's off the branch. It's off.
He stares at Cirion
Awesome.
for a while, then flips you a coin. Next time you see Cormac, tell him I don't like his jokes. Don't send such a colorful party that's so loud and brings attention. So with that, he kind of turns back to his gang, looks back at you guys. Move along.
You don't have to be so diverse to be so colorful.
Look, everybody else to say. Come on, people, let's find somewhere to
They don't want him
give
in
these
this
guys
town.
some space.
They don't want it. Nobody we met likes this band of misfits.
So, as you turn away, you see some familiar faces walking into the gate with a wounded wolf that a large man with a beard is carrying. He's got his staff. He's kind of carrying this wounded wolf, and a guy next to him with the bow and the hood, and there's the woman that also has a staff that was there. That was the party that you'd run into earlier. And the one with the hood says, "Oh, there you are. You should go to the drinking well and warm yourselves by the fire there. The first round's on me." And at that, the woman at the merchant table and Ellis both turn confused at this comment that Wulfric is shouting out. That Wulfric is he got his name back and thing, but that's shouting out to you such a nice warm greeting. And he kind of motions to you, and he says, the drinking well, you just go over here and just around the blacksmith back there, and it's tucked away in kind of the left corner. Can't miss it.
I nod my head in thanks, and we were just on our way to find it. Thank you for your kind offer. And I started.
Great.
Yeah, I wave, thank you, friend, and then kind of do a glancing look back at Ellis as we walk off.
Same.
Let's take this grump and put him here.
Yeah, did not rub you the right way.
No, you.
We'll put a nicer face over here that likes you guys. Hey, at least everybody's getting a little bit of the Aldea treatment.
Mhm.
Right?
Exactly.
Okay, so you're heading over to... Oh, did we lose Cirion?
Yeah, he'll be right back. Need it.
Okay. That was a rough little scene.
That was dense.
Yeah, I was surprised. There was words getting exchanged, but well, you guys kind of got it. That was a tough person for sure.
Mhm.
So we'll wait just a second for Cirion to return. And I guess that brings us to a good point on scenes, because that was a little tense. If there's anything that goes in the game, it is a game. So if anything's too intense, or if you don't like it, if it sparks anything, please let me know, and I'll tone it down, tone it up, whatever.
We didn't like the high school almost West Side Story situation.
I didn't know where it was going, but I was staying with his backstory.
It was great. It was great.
I thought it was great too. I mean, he does have more dominion being a ranger, like with that ranger, group, right?
Yeah, well,
Sheriffy type character.
Yeah, it was good. I think that was good. All right.
We were talking about how kind of honorable you were by tipping that letter back.
As opposed to.
Well, I don't know. You're cautious, and you do have some authority by having this ranger aspect to your character. You're more attached to the to the well-being of what your actions are.
Oh, yeah.
Which I feel like, I mean,
I will say I was not afraid to throw down if that's what it came to.
Good. I was like, oh no, Cirion left. I hope I didn't trigger anything, because, but yes, you've met, obviously somebody who has a pretty rough backstory. And, I think they call them ruffians, if you will.
I think I saw this girl once and got into something like that once.
So you turn the corner and you see over in the corner here, an obvious area where people are kind of milling in and out of the door. It's not super busy. We'll say that you walk in because you are wanting to go to the drinking well. So the door's grown open to reveal a long, low-roofed hall or a repurposed grange or area where they might have done some kind of tanning or some sort of production work. It's filled with a timber smell and smoke. Tables are hugging the outer walls. There's a couple of locals. It's not super busy. They're in heavy coats. They're sipping beer. They're speaking in soft voices. You smell smoke and malt and snow melt from boots drying by the hearth. A little bit of a foot smell here and there. The center floorboard is bare, so the very center of the room is completely empty, and all the tables again are hugging the walls to create a large empty space in the middle and the back bar area follows. It's a kind of a rectangle, almost like a long squarish rectangle. Back bar has got a very long bar that was obviously a repurposed production table for probably a mill or something. Takes up most of the back, and you see kegs just everywhere, lining all of the walls, like that have been cut or they're full, and they have little markings on them.
Go ahead.
The drinking well.
Well, it's a small town, but they don't want for ale. I think there's more kegs than actual population.
That is an accurate assessment.
Yes.
And Thrar will walk down to the barn.
I think I'd want something that has a little bit of a cinnamon in it and a warm, a warming action. So yes, let's go to the bartender.
I kind of give you like a little curious looking cinnamon.
I need like something that leaves you a little bit warmer than you started.
I would say if anybody would like to do a scan roll as you walk there,
Yes.
maybe all three of you.
I'll do it. Let's scan. So
You can do a scan or an explore.
Nice.
I will do scan.
See
I have
anything.
3 and favored. That is a Gandalf rune with 2 successes, with 2 Tengwars. So that would be, these 2 can be ignored.
My eyelashes are frozen. I'm like realizing that. Going like this with my face.
Look at that roll. If I had not been favored.
Oh my gosh. Dangerous.
I guess we'll
Oh, we
call it
forgot to leave it on the screen.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's his roll.
What was it? What were your rolls?
My roll was a 9. Sorry, 9. Sorry, on my. What's this thing called?
Deep dive?
On the 12-sided die, I got a 9 and a 2, so that's 11, so 12 out of 15, so I failed my scan.
Okay.
That's why I was getting the stuff off of my...
I did an explore, and that was favored, so I can pick the best of the 2 12-sided. And one's a Gandalf, and one's an Eye of Sauron.
Nice.
I did a scan. I also have favored. I rolled an 8 and a Gandalf rune. And in addition to that, I rolled a 2 and 2 6s with Tengwars.
Excellent. So we'll start with Aldea and we'll work our way up to Thrar with the numbers. So Aldea, tell us about your experience. Not really seeing much of anything. What's going on with you?
The fire, the warmth in the room is melting the sheet of like frostbite off of me. Because I'm so tough that I didn't realize my nose was like. All right, I just had like water, coming, perspiration and water, and honestly, I'm just kind of like maybe even closing my eyes because finally I'm starting to feel my ears. It's just, I'm so glad we found this place because I was a little bit like heavy-hearted with how it was going in the street that we weren't going to end up having anywhere to be. So I'm more relieved than anything else, just trying to keep my own space and not get kicked out of this really nice place comparatively to outside.
Comparatively to outside. Nice classifying that there. So, Cirion, what you notice as you're walking up to the bar is that the floorboards are very scuffed. In the center, and not so much around the edges where the tables are, but you're very aware that this center area has had a lot of use. You see marks that you had a Gandalf rune, so you would actually maybe even conjecture that these might be dagger marks on the floorboards. And we'll say, Thrar, you also noticed this, but on top of that, you notice all of the kegs and all of the barrels around the walls, either through thick ink or charcoal, have names on them like Brown Book, Last Lanterns, Western Road Watchers, the Barrow Riders, Goldbound, the Rustleaf 5, Fourfold Stone. Green Book is right in front of the main, where, kind of in the center there. Knoll Kickers, Green Hollow Bunch, Pale Pipe Band. You see all of these that don't look like normal beer names, but just like they've actually were put on there as something else. As you reach the bar, the bartender begins to approach you, and behind you, Wulfric and Harold and Berta, that's the lady's name, they enter the bar. And Wulfric and Berta begin to walk up towards where you're at, and Harold goes into the center floor area, and he claps his hands and says, "This elf and her lot, they saved our wolves from ice traps, and if it weren't for them, they would not be found breathing. They saved our Archet hounds. So she's as Archet is. You got thoughts on that? Well, take it here." And he brings up his fists. And he looks around at anybody. And as that happens, you notice, Aldea, that the merchant walks in with the red hair and sees this. And he repeats it to her as well. And one old woman in the back raises her cup, and she says, "Drinks to the elves." And so he puts his fist down and says, "Pass that around for the rest of the night." And then he comes over to the bar and orders you guys drinks.
Hey.
So good that
Much
you guys did
obliged.
not shoot at those dogs.
Yeah.
I take my drink gladly. I'm beaming at the different type of hospitality, I'm also eyeing the hat maker. Trying to maybe see if like, I don't know, I don't know. Does she have extra mittens in her bag?
We'll say she sheepishly but still begrudgingly just hands you a pair of mittens and offers them to you, but doesn't really want to talk to you, and is like not exactly...
I'm happy with that, and I just take them quite quickly, and I'm just like, that's better. And I change. I'm able to hang my other ones on my bag a little bit, like tucked in but over, and then I have new mittens on, but I'm only needing them for like a second just to see if they fit. Then I put those in my bag because they're dry, and then I drink.
So your beers show up. Henry sits down with you for a while at a table, and he gives you a little bit of a lowdown about the town. Yeah, do you have questions for Henry?
If Cirion doesn't ask, then Thrar will ask him what the deal is with Ellis and the burned stable in the center of town.
Yes, so the burned stable in the center of town, that was years ago. We keep talking about fixing it back up. That was just an accident that had happened with the horses. We actually didn't lose any horses, thankfully. But we just haven't gotten around to fixing it. Now, Ellis is another story. He's a bit of a problem. I wish the jailhouse was still a jailhouse and not living quarters. We used to... How much do you know about Archet?
I've only visited a handful of times and maybe entered the town itself once or twice.
Well, believe it or not, this used to be for royalty. This was a hunting area for the kings many centuries ago. And then when the wars came, that's when this was more as a fort. And that area you might have noticed with all the iron gates, that was a jailhouse during the war times. And after the wars, we in the raids from Angmar, we got into a more peaceful time. We converted it all into living areas for our people here. So that's a little bit on Archet. We don't have any inns. You guys are welcome. Your party is welcome to stay here in the common room if you like, or if you want to take your chances. I don't know if you've seen outside. There's not really any windows in here, but the snow's really coming down at this point.
Let's stay here.
We'll be glad for the hospitality. We have plans to journey north to the Northwood with Merrick in the morning.
Old Merrick. Oh, well, good on him. So he's a good guy. It's just hard luck. More ways than one. So if you're heading up to the Northwood, just be... How far up north are you going?
We do not know. From what we've gathered, that's where Henry went, and if that's where he went, I would very much like to find out what happened to him.
Yeah, well, much luck to all of you. With Merrick, his luck should be turning, so maybe you'll find him. So with that, he gets up and he leaves. Oh, go ahead. You had a question?
Are there, like, certain groups that are less welcome in Archet, or is it because of this community style, everyone is welcome, they're here? Meaning, the party that we encountered in this, outside of this building, are they a desired, like, clientele of this Archet?
You won't be seeing Ellis in the drinking well if that's your drift. I'm the warden here, so I watch over this, and he is not welcome in any places with decent folk.
And has he caused any recent problems? Or is it just a consistent nuisance?
He doesn't live here. He's in and out. How we like it. Bit transient. doing jobs. Don't really want to know what, but I can venture a guess.
I don't have a ton of time with my party, but if there was ever a reason to deter him, would that be welcomed?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thrar will pull out a scrap of parchment and a quill and a ball of ink from his pack. And before Harold leaves, he'll reproduce what he saw on the letter that Cirion gave to Ellis. Does this symbol mean anything to you?
I could venture a guess. What did Ellis say? You had to deliver. He's going to take that. You had to deliver a message, right?
Yeah. He said, "It's off, boys."
Looks like broken plans to me. Yeah. Probably a message from his boss.
Curious and quite disturbing in these darkening days.
Yes. So with that, he kind of pushes off, and you're sitting at the table. You've got a couple of things. As you know, it's still a little bit early in the evening. You've got that chest that you found. You've got as much ale as you like or don't like. You also find something familiar. Cup with some dice in it. Brie dice. So not something that anybody needs to play now. You could, as you're sitting there having drinks, you can play some dice as you chat and you look through things or talk about your environment.
Yeah. Are we sitting at the bar, or did we sort of take a table?
You're sitting at a table. There's really no seats at the bar. You go up and grab your drinks, and then you sit at a table.
Okay. Yeah, so I would like to sit at the table with my back to the wall and put the chest from Henry on the table facing me so that when I open it, other people can't see what's in the chest other than my party members if they want to.
Okay, so we're going to do that. Put these back in the cup. We'll put these over here. You might want to talk to Aldea. Aldea, what do you got to say?
So excited. I threw my dice, but then went, what's going on with the chest?
I apologize if I stole your thunder. We can delay the chest and...
There's no thunder. It was just a tiny bar game. I was bored. Now I'm not bored.
Okay, so you guys are going for the chest? Everybody
Yeah,
good?
chest.
All right, chest. All right. Give me 1 second here. I got to go back. All right, so it's not locked. It's pretty sticky, and it's got little chunks of blackness all over it, and kind of sticky.
Does it? I taste the sticky. It's blackberry preserve, isn't it?
You could almost smell it, see some mold. The chest is not in good shape at all. So as you open it and look in, you see the first thing that grabs your eye is this massive weather-stained book, and you can see all of these different types. The book is a book only in name. It's more of a binder of just pages and pages with twine around it. It is a scholar's scrapbook of obsession. Around the book, you see blackberry preserves in jars, probably about 5 or 6 of them. And you also notice, kind of laying down like this ratty sort of leather pouch thing.
I will take out the jars of the preserve, put them on the table, and open the pouch first before I investigate the binder, the book.
looking at the rest of the table. You guys are just watching them?
Yeah.
Okay,
A little
so...
grosser than I expected. I was like,
Yeah. I kind of give a kid like a questioning look at this, like wondering like the age of these preserves.
So
The
as you flick
preserves in the jars, are they sealed or they're also moldy?
They're sealed.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So they're edible.
They're edible.
Okay.
Yeah.
does this place sell food or not? Do we have to be eating these preserves because we're hungry at this point?
Yeah, it's bring your own food. This is,
Okay.
this is not a. You're in Archet. You are in a recreated Grange Hall rough area. There's lucky to even be a place to drink that's public.
I open the jar and I put it on some of my lambus bread and I try to share it with you too. Let's see how good this stuff is.
Guys accepting the
Do you
bet.
take it or no?
Thrar will not accept elf bread.
Oh, well, give me your. Do you have any bread in your satchel? I'll just make. Here's my jam.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about Lupus. I'm like,
Okay. Here's
I
the
do.
jam. You can put it on whatever you want. We can share the other jams later together. Seems wasteful to open up an entire jam by yourself.
So the leather kind of, it's sort of an elongated pouch thing, and as you open it up, you see it's you take it out, and you see it's actually a sheath for a dagger, and it's very rough. It's kind of doesn't look great. As you pull, I'm assuming, the dagger out.
Mm-hmm.
As you pull the dagger out, you see a very clean gold hilt with a very shiny silver, I don't know, dagger.
Blade.
There's a blade. Thank you, Brain. It has a blue amethyst in the hilt, and yeah, it's definitely ornate and of high quality.
Can I make out what its origin is? Is it forged by men, elves? Probably not dwarves, but...
I would say let's do a lore check. That feels like a lore check.
Okay, that's 3 and favored. So that's 6. 9, 11, 12. Nope, that does not pass.
I do a word check as well.
Would you like to hand Cirion the dagger to take a look at?
Sure.
Okay, go for it, Cirion.
Okay, so I'll look at it. That just meets my target number with 2 tingwers.
Okay. So, looking at this, you can tell it's not made from men. You know at least that much. So this would probably be either dwarvish or elvish.
Okay, so I said it's to Thrar and Aldea. This dagger is not made by any craft, any human or Numenorian craftsman, but be elvish or dwarfish. And I hand it back to Thrar.
I'll put it back in the scabbard and wrap it back up, put it back in the chest for now. And I will open the book and start leafing through it.
What did you...
Oh, you wanted to see? Yeah, so I hand it to Aldea as well.
Are you guys from Archet?
Are we? Are we secretly all just from Archet?
I'm gonna spend. I don't know if it matters. Kind of matters.
Are you pretty close?
Yeah.
You're doing a lore check.
I know. I mean, thank you for the update. I just am short. My dice is gonna show up in a second. I am at 12, and my check is 15, so it's almost worth.
It's a 50-50. If you want to spend a hope.
Wow, I'm so good at this.
That meant to do it?
No.
No?
It's a 14 out of 15.
Uh,
I hate this. Sometimes. I love it, but I hate it.
you feel like you kind of, and then you don't. You're not.
Yeah, I have little dots. I'm like, I want to know more about my.
There's no etchings on the blade or on the hilt.
No etchings on it. It is simple yet elegant. In the design, the blue amethyst is very striking as being purposeful. And again, it's a gold hilt. It's a little bit of interweaving.
Can I ask Thrar? Would you have any? Would you have any knowledge as to the importance of blue amethyst in dwarven craft?
Only as far as its worth goes. They are relatively common as jewels go in the Blue Mountains, but that is not. It bears no special significance. Not like mithril or other fair metals. I'll put the dagger back in its sheath and wrap it up and look at the book.
Okay. So with the book, as you crack it open, it literally has a cracking kind of a sound with the pages and everything just stuck together. Pages fall out without your desire everywhere. And it's a mess. So at this point, we're going to, if Thrar, if you're okay with it, because it just kind of spills onto the table, everybody can do some scan checks or lore checks as you all begin to look through these. And so we'll begin with you, Thrar, if you'd like to do a scan or a lore check, as everybody's kind of looking through all the papers. So we'll go down the line for our Aldea and Cirion.
Okay. It's
and
the
this,
same.
by the way, so you guys are aware, this isn't a, hey, we're just going to keep going until you succeed. On about 3 failures, there will be some consequences, just so you're aware that it's not a train of just getting dice until we get successes.
Yep. Okay. I have the same number of points, and both are favored, so I will do a lore check. And that is 6, 5, 11. That is a fail. That is 13.
So you find this one page, and it looks like a recipe for blackberry wine, with lots of. Much to your dismay, you're wondering if this is even Henry's, because you see some hearts on it and some stars as doodles, with some stains around it for blackberry wine recipe. All right, Aldea.
Love potion. Alright. I am checked out over here. I'm just teasing at this point.
So I'm taking that.
I've heard of some some, what is it, alchemists that could make a love potion out of blackberries. It's total lies.
You're actually, what you pulled out was a little different. You saw a lot of grids with numbers on there.
Well, mine was a 3, 4, and a 2.
Oh yeah, I know you failed. I'm able to interpret you now.
Sorry, here we go.
Thank you for the numbers. I appreciate that. So you pull out a lot of numbers, and you see above it Marla the baker, and just it looks like sales, like basically like a ledger of sales.
She seems so mysterious with her jam everywhere on that box.
All right, Cirion, you're up.
Oh yeah. I got favored for mine, so I'm gonna pick 10, 2, a 2, and a 3. So that's 17. That passes.
Excellent. So you actually get a couple of pages that you're going through, which corroborate some of what Harold was mentioning about Archet being a hunting lodge for royalty before the wars, and you also got some more transactions. We got a little bit more information about an apple orchard. It looked like it might have been in Archet, and it looks like a lot of successful. It was a thriving orchard that had a lot of sales between Archet and Bree, and Fornost actually from ages ago. It was very old sales document. Some apple orchard. All right, so we've got back to Thrar. Has one failed attempt so far.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a hope and roll and add an extra dice. Oh, and it's favored.
That's right. Thank you.
So
We have to remember that you spend your hope before you roll, not after you roll. I've been getting that wrong.
that's a good roll.
Folks.
That is a good roll. So that is 10, 18, 24 with one success dice, with one Tangwar.
So what you see is a note from Henry. It was to Henry from Eldrin. And it was information about when Archet was a military outpost and a prison for bandits and ne'er-do-wells. Also some notes on some on the barrows with relics ? And a note about it being too dangerous to venture towards. So that's a note that you found in there.
Good.
Aldea? You guys are just combing over the
Oh.
pages.
Something came to me. I'm mastering the beverage. The beverage is not mastering me.
You guys are having mini drinks as you're going over all these notes.
So mine is like a 666, but that's a good thing.
I think that's 9.
Oh, 9. Whoops. Well,
That's better. That's better.
I definitely hit 15. That's what I'm saying. And I have 2 Tangwars.
And I need to know about the Tangwar, so I apologize if I missed other people's Tangwars. Thrar, did you have a Tangwar?
Yes, I had one Tangwar.
Okay, let me come back to you on that one. So
You can go now. You can go now with him.
Yeah, okay, we'll do that. So you got the note about that. Then the other note that you saw kind of stuck. You had to like kind of peel them apart, and you missed
You're
some
interrupting.
of it. Yeah, you grab it. You have some notes about the wood castle and kind of a drawing of flattened ruins Not really a castle so much as just stones that sit atop a knoll with some trees. And over there, the note of that, you see, met with the green cloak again. Watches from the tower, friendly enough. More tales beyond normal orc patrol sightings.
Interesting.
Henry's got tales to tell. So Aldea, you had 2, and it's. This...
Are you guys just reading to yourselves? Are we like just picking apart this binder?
You
like
can,
willy nilly? Like
you guys can share your information if you want. If this is a good time.
I'm just wondering if we're collecting information by just us scanning and then we share at the end, or like right now, like am I like grabbing Thar's paper from him?
I think there's enough paper for everybody.
Yeah, the book is huge, and it is not in any kind of connected. It's more of a binder, and as you open it, just sort of flew everywhere onto the table. So you guys are just flipping.
This roll is like so good, so I'm all like, "Hey, look, this one, this one right here. This is crazy."
I think that is good. Thrar, would you like to? I mean, even though I had mentioned it, but would you like to share any information that you have so far?
Yeah, I'm not yelling what I'm reading. I'm muttering it as I read it under my breath, so that it's just the 3 of us that hear it and not people in the other tables. But I'm not hiding anything.
I'm not yelling.
You are a drunk elf.
Unlikely at this point. We could do a roll.
No. I'm just joking. I'm not sorry.
The elf speaks so loudly.
No, but yeah, I'm not hiding anything. Anything that is of, even marginally seeming important, I share with the other 2.
Okay.
I hear you.
So I would say with your 2 Tingwars, you actually maybe lean into Thrar a little bit with his last note and show him what you found, which was green cloak. So it says, it's like green cloak above it, and under it says, orc with 2 heads, question mark, and then orc, my brain just slipped again. Defactor.
This is my brain. I'm drunk, and I'm trying to explain it.
And those are your 2 Tingwars right there. So you have these again are from Thrar. These are rumors and myths and legends that you can kind of piece together that he's getting from Woodcastle and the lookouts up there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Cirion.
Okay. I'm
Got that?
I'm gonna spend a hope too. So I'll be using 4 6-sided die, and then this one's also favored. 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 with the favored roll and 1 Tingwar.
Wow. All right. So you're getting in on this as well. So you guys are all sharing about Thrar's
research. It's research.
Green cloak. Everybody's, yeah, what's going on here? So there's all these rumors and legends and myths that he was pulling from these lookouts, these foresters up by Woodcastle. And what you saw is that there was a note about some kind of orc that might have had been some sort of shaman that could invoke fear with his voice. Again, unknown if he's got question marks near all of these. Another, since you had the Tingwar, another note that he had is you see a drawing of an orc that is not hunched over like normal, but it is definitely an orc, and it's standing upright, tall, and he put a measure next to it that was 5 to 6 feet. So those are some notes that you found. Got a couple more you can go through if you like.
That's a huge orc.
I'm going to spend a hope to roll with 4 success dice. Ooh, that is good that it's favored because that's a nice Sauron. 9,
It's pretty high.
10, 20, no Tengwars.
Excellent. So you find an interesting note that talks about a misformed orc. This again is from the Green Cloak. So all these are Green Cloak. He's talking to the Green. That's what he's calling them, is the Green Cloaks, which are the forester lookouts. And what you've gathered so far, looking through these notes, is he would go up and visit these people. And what they do is they have a lookout, and they're looking out towards Fornost for any orc raids and orc parties, and they see them, but they typically don't come towards Archet. And they're just making sure that Archet is safe. And he's going up and conversing with them and getting told maybe truths, maybe legends, maybe myths, maybe just fairy tales. And this one is of a orc troll hybrid that is a misformed, ill-begotten creature said to haunt some of the areas between Fornost and Archet, and is not part of any raid parties or any groups, but is said to haunt and hunt both men and orc alike. Keep going if you like. So no failures. That's.
Failed.
I failed one too.
We got 2 failures.
Yep.
One away from my happiness.
Don't think failure before dice rolling.
Go away.
You're getting out the bad GM spirits.
Yeah. I was really
Alright.
trying to be like tempo,
Exercise.
tempo,
You're
tempo.
trying to exercise the curse of the
No,
GM.
I'm just thinking Sauron. This is
Oh no. Roll. Oh no. No.
Gandalf road. Gandalf road. Gandalf road.
She's
Gandalf road.
still
Swig.
fail all over the pages.
Close enough to Sauron. It's a 14 and I need a 15. So close.
Okay.
My
So you-
beer's gone. That's I just noticed. I need a refill. I'll be back.
So there is, I would say, I will let you know that there's about 4 more rumors that you can kind of go through in here if you like. But I'm going to ask, because the night is growing long, we've reached the 3 failure mark.
Yep.
That each roll, before you roll, will cost you a fatigue.
Okay.
But we have one more roll.
Nope, you had 3 failures.
But I'm not the last one. Cirion's
Right,
last.
you get, everybody can continue to roll, but at this point it's getting late. You don't have to roll, but if you want to keep, you can call it a night, if you want, and take a break.
Aurora is very egalitarian. Aldea doesn't give a she's drinking.
All right, Cirion, would you like to spend a fatigue to continue researching?
Yeah, I will. I'm a ranger used to spending long nights, so I will take a fatigue.
So we're going to give you an extra dice on this roll too, because you're spending a fatigue instead of a hope.
Oh, sweet.
So this doesn't take away from hope if you want to do that, but now you guys are in full don't bug me. I'm getting tired research mode. So it's 1 fatigue, but you get an extra dice, and you can still spend a hope.
I will spend a hope too. This is what I live for.
Nice.
Okay. Eat. No 6s, but I got a 21.
Those. How many dice?
So you see a.
You can roll.
As you're going through the pages, you see something that sticks out to you that is interesting. It has sort of a horizontal line that kicks up to a small hill and then up to a larger hill, and it says Fornost above it. And the notes, there's several different notes just about kind of the history of it. But one thing that stands out to you is about current accounts from the Green Cloaks, and that is that scouting parties did not return from there many, many years ago, and that the strength of Gondor was given up. Rangers don't go there, and that they did have one account come back that some evil lies beneath Fornost. Some great evil.
Yeah, I guess I kind of point out these the notes and kind of what I see, and I'm at this point it's late, so I'm just whispering.
What did you find? It's gone for a minute there.
I pass you water.
Okay. Danger. Fornost. Dangerous. Dangerous water?
All right, Thrar, are you?
I'm gonna spend a fatigue and a hope, so I get to roll 5 success dice, and favored. Big numbers. That's an 8, 10,
Yeah, I definitely want that 8.
12, 14, 18. No Tengwars, and that was an Eye of Sauron if it wasn't favored.
Okay, so no Eye of Sauron?
No Eye of Sauron. I took the 8 because it was favored.
No Tangwars. Okay, got it. But you did
No Tengwars, but a success.
a success. So, what you see is a page that you find. It's more Green Cloak, right, from the Wood Castle, but this one's a little bit different. You can tell just from the writing and the detail that's going into it, but something stands out, and that is in the middle of it. It's been circled several times with some check marks and notes about looking up more information. And all that it says within that circle is an orc, second age, never dies. Or never died. Orc, second age, never died. Question mark. He's questioning all of these myths.
I read that out in an almost imperceptible whisper, and Thrar is visibly shaking.
Right. Aldea, feeling tired or
I got a 12
Did you
with a Tangwar.
use your?
Did you get
So if you
add
roll
an
the-
extra die? Did
You get an extra dice because you're spending a fatigue.
Oh, I can add one with each fatigue. I thought
You
the
just
whole
go-
roll was a fatigue.
No, you spend a fatigue to continue researching, but you also get an extra dice because now you're just hyper focused and you're in the groove of studying late at night.
Yeah, done deal. Give me information, papers. Remember, I'm a. Sorry, you guys. This is like the most I've ever gotten to read. I'm stuck on the wall all the time.
Books. Yay, books.
Yay, books.
So in this one, I'm going to ask people
And
to.
it's not Elvish, so it's like really exciting.
I'm gonna throw Thrar under the bus for the future, but for this one, you're gonna want to probably tune in players as well. If anybody else is watching this, to Thrar's Hammer of Truth, because I'm gonna need some help here. But what you get, Aldea, is a lot of dates about the different raids and the different interactions of the Witch King moving into Bree and the
Time
different.
makes sense to me, guys.
Yeah.
This is great. This is
So you're getting a
I was
history.
like hanging out with, who do you call it then?
So you're seeing these dates of these different raids and these different
Was my first bow that era?
movements and of the Witch King in the Breeland area.
Bad guy, guys.
And
Witch King's bad guy. Just so you guys know.
and one of the notes at the very bottom just says haunted forest Witch King ?
He's not a question mark. He's an exclamation point.
Yes.
Slash
and you-
asterisk. Like, period.
Also, you see a note next to it that is circled as well about the undead orc.
I apologize. So, it's crazy that this Witch King... May I ask questions about what I'm reading? A little bit more? Because I heard everything, but when was the date? Like, there's lots of dates. What was that date? Because
They're going to be way a long time ago, and this is something that we'll probably talk about the dates later, but these are going to be like 1600s, 1500s, I would say, of the Third Age.
16.
So about 1,000 years ago.
1300 at this point.
I'm 750.
Yeah, this was you were born after the Angmar Wars.
Well, true. But I would know more whispers than you. Right?
With where you're from, there may have been rumors, but with your age at this point,
You may be as old as the rocks are. And I appreciate this. This is so fun. This is so fun. I'm not having a bad time at all. Good insight. Something I don't know. This is exciting.
so the major drop from here is that there is accounts of the Witch King raiding these areas and moving military strategies and coming and hitting Bree several times. These are the Angmar Wars. And in there is a note about the haunted forest and the undead orc. Not a lot of information. You're finding that Henry is not an author as much as he is somebody who's making notes for himself. So there is one more.
Oh, sorry. I apologize because it's so interesting. This is like the best parts of the game. So, like, I mean, for me, is like actually participating. Aurora just started reading the Similar early on and is trying to be more literaturally accurate, but it's still very beginning steps. So if I'm 750 years old, then these things happened
So
how many?
it is
years
now
before me?
2950. So you were born 2200. The Angmar Wars ended in 1974. So about 300 years, 250 years before you were even born.
There is no bus I can throw you under. You knew it. I thought.
I didn't even have to
I don't
look
know
it
if
up.
you know it. I didn't
I
even
didn't
know.
even have to look it
Cool.
up.
It's so cool.
All up
I was
here.
like, I don't want to promise something he can't deliver, so I'll put it out towards later. And you're like, shut it, man. I can deliver on this.
I got the dates. I got the dates.
Okay, we're gonna be playing a long time, so we could stump each other and have homework that's not just our character's homework, right?
What's
So,
Henry's last name?
It's Willow Tree, right? Yes, Willow Tree. I'll change it every day.
I have one thing, and I'm going to hold on to that forever.
Yep, Birch Tree. Yes, I need to write it in big letters.
Okay, so at this point, Aldea, are we good to move to Cirion's findings?
Okay, thank you. So there's no real danger up north right now. Because it was so long ago.
The silence
party
is
about.
telling. The silence
That's
is
between you
telling.
and your party.
Alright, sorry for stopping.
All right, so Cirion, were you spending a fatigue?
Yes, and a hope.
Now remember to balance your fatigue and your load against your endurance.
Oh, don't worry about me, Lord Guide.
You'll notice down below we've got the stats. We don't have those live yet, but that's going to be next, so it's be fun.
These men have the blood of Numenor. And they've got a 21. No Tanglers. Let's pass.
Okay. I'm loving the split screen as you move into Aldea's screen. We get two of you. So what you get is you pull out this. It's pretty thick and it's wrapped in twine, and on the front of it, it just.
Just kidding. Go on, you can do whatever you want. I was kidding. Sorry. Were you commenting on it because it's bad, or is it okay? Because I don't care.
Sorry, we were wondering about the screen thing.
Yeah. Are you trying to make the scores look better without his hand in my space?
Oh no, it's fine. So sorry.
To be over here. Okay.
So as you take this and it's kind of twined up, and as you take it apart, you actually see a map and a layout of what looks like to be an apple orchard, because you can see the rows and from the words on it, and you also see some deed paperwork mixed into all of this, and you see ledgers that. Interactions between a baker in Archet and then one in Brie, and then deliveries up to Fornos with these apples from the orchard. Look to be, just on first pass, pretty successful. And I would say at this point it's pretty late in the evening, so one of the things before the night ends, just to kind of fast forward things a little bit, because we'll get you to the next morning, is Berta, who you've kind of come to know as she's a small cattle herder. She's been drinking with Wolfric, and the night has grown kind of long, and they've gotten a little tipsy, and they're pretty happy. And so they grab this barrel, and they start rolling it over towards you, and they've got like this big kind of ink well with a brush, and they said, Berta is kind of a bigger gal. She's like, all right, well, we don't know when we're gonna see you again, but we have a tradition here. When somebody helps Archet, we help them, and you being one of us, I don't know if you've noticed all of these barrels, but these are parties that have come through. And so what's the name of your party? And we'll put it on the barrel and put it up here, and whenever you're in, that's your ale. Just there with the thing. So you guys can take some time and come up with the name of your fellowship. Doesn't have to be permanent, but at least gives you a chance to start naming your fellowship and thinking about it.
Are we sticking around with each other?
Are you planning on heading west?
Are you planning on heading south?
As I saw them coming, Thrar would quickly gather all the papers because two drunk people and ale and ink and a bunch of paper, not a good mixture. So he's quickly putting all the paper back in the ledger and tying it up. And putting
Great
it back.
penmanship. Trust me. So what's our strengths so far?
Well,
Curiosity, relentlessness, I mean, we're very, I feel like,
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
no, go ahead. I was thinking of words that were bright, something like we're quite new, so like words that have to do with like brightness or enlightened would be a really interesting first part of our.
I was actually thinking about what we've done. So we went to that tower. We went into a crypt. So I was thinking something to do with that. Just as an idea.
Like Tomb Raiders.
Well, I'll
Watch
give
your
you
bait.
all,
the crypt dreamers.
Yeah, the crypt dreamers.
the Cryptic Dreamer Fellowship.
Right, we're cryptic for sure. The cryptic bunch.
As you think about some names, and as you're thinking about names, and we'll come back to your conversation, there's a scuffle that happens, and you see a red-haired woman holding a beer and a chair go into the middle of the floor, yelling at some guy. It says she says, "All right, if you want to give me attention, you can give me attention here in the front of the room." And you see a guy get pretty shy, and his friends push him out to meet her, and she punches him in the face pretty hard. And this is a place where brawls happen and things are settled, and she is handling her own. She cracks a chair over him, and everybody is cheering and laughing, and she stands over and is like, "Any man that wants to be with me has to meet me here first." And she lifts him up and gives him a kiss and laughs at him, and then they go and walk back off the floor.
I was almost as scared as those trolls we met.
Welcome to Archet.
So, wisdom, hunters, or
Yeah.
and are we like I have 2 scholars in the group, right? So we're outnumbered to something cool like that, like on the thesaurus of words having to do with wisdom and the research that you guys do. Is there a cool word that you've run into on your sheets or in the... Sorry, I apologize. I'm out of character there. How do you describe yourselves, friends?
Well, where are you all headed to? What is your party formed for? What are the things you're up to? Maybe that'll help with your name. She's standing. She's a very larger woman, not overweight, just almost, just a very, you'd think almost a Bjorning, if you will, but she's from Archet. She's just a good, strong farm woman.
We're seeking, aren't we?
Yeah, we're seeking. I think I like to think that we're all kind of also guardians of something.
Guardians.
And what are we covering? We're covering ground. We've been a lot of places. Like we're heading. We're like we've traveled quite a bit left and right and stuff, right? So I don't want to be cheesy with sparrows. It'd be cool to have an animal. So that's a start, right? What's better than a sparrow? What you said. What you just said.
Oh, sparrow.
No, you said.
They're not my favorite bird, but that's out of character. But yeah.
No, what was your word? You said something really good.
Oh, guardian.
Guardian, animal. Right. So we can up a sparrow. So that's a least favorite. Do you have an alternative animal?
Well, not to put names on your barrel, but if you like wisdom and you like birds, why am I going dwarven with her voice? If you like birds, I can't do a farmer woman voice. I'm gonna do some voice acting, guys.
You just have to whisper. Just up and whisper.
Up and whisper a little bit, but she's, a little gruff, but...
No, you're already gruff. You're a guy.
If you like wisdom and you like birds...
That's scary. Are you even a woman? I'm so
Wisdom and birds. Wisdom and birds. I'm drunk and I know this.
Oh. Owls. Guardian owls. Guardian falcon owls. Just kidding.
I just list all the birds.
Guardian hawks.
The guardian. Well,
we could put Fellowship of the Owl if you like.
Fellowship of the Raven.
The raven. Okay, guardian raven. No raven.
Looks towards the dwarf. You all have to decide. You're a party. You're not a solo.
What do you think?
I just think of ravens as and dwarves as well.
Do you
Ravens are often bearers of great wisdom.
Okay. So, Fellowship of the Raven? Or just ravens?
Fellowship of the Raven.
I second that.
Okay, that's it.
Fellowship of the Raven.
She marks up the barrel, Fellowship of the Raven, blows on it a few times. Wolfric is fanning it, and then as it dries, they wheel it up and they lift it up and put it up and put it up into the rafters there, and you can see from where you're sitting the Fellowship of the Raven. Congratulations, you have a fellowship name.
You're here!
Okay, so with that, the night closes, and you're able to, people kind of leave. There's a few people that are just sleeping on the floorboard, so you have your sleeping mats and how you want to sleep. So the fire is just kind of crackling. We're going to take a 10-minute break, maybe 15? 15 or 10. All right, so we're back. You guys woke up in the morning. You did not regain any of your fatigue because you're just up late studying. I messed up my little hexies here. So you don't get any fatigue restored. You're all just party animals going through notes all night. But you wake up. We're gonna move you outside the gate. Aldea, you have your mittens. You see old Merrick. He's chopping firewood over by his little hut.
So we go up to Merrick at his hut.
Great. Are you guys get a good night's rest? Look a little tired.
We had an interesting night, that's for sure.
Interesting. Well,
we have some Interesting thoughts. I do not know the area as well as most, but would you know, is Wood Castle on our way to the Northwood?
Wood Castle would be kind of up, around, and behind Maria's house. So he's pointing kind of back around here. So Wood Castle's up in this way. And we're going to be venturing out over yonder kind of northeast, whereas that one goes northwest.
Very well.
To have a look out there to kind of look at some of the orc parties, and they can't see too much, but they try to scout out and just make sure that we're all safe over here.
Excellent. Well then, I think our business in Archet is finished. We're ready to go as far as you're willing to take us.
Great. So he sets his axe down. You guys begin walking on the trail. So as you're walking along the trail, Merrick's kind of keeping to himself a little bit. Oh, by the way, you got about a foot of snow that came the night before.
Right.
Okay.
Do we have all our, does he have extra wood? Since we're actually going into the wilderness now, right? So...
Oh, are we not taking off yet? That's fine. Yeah, that's a good point. Thank you, Aldea. Everybody, please keep me honest, because I'm new to this. Before you guys set out, I'll need to check in with everybody, that everybody's got their shoes tied, got everything, got their handkerchiefs.
Yep.
So Thrar's ready to go.
If they're selling to us now, we all should probably get extra under. Or I guess we're fine. I mean, how long has it been? It's been winter for a little while, but this is the biggest storm that we've experienced. So is everyone party and set for this?
I would say, yeah. You to move it along a little bit in the morning, you were able to find a stall with some ham and had some food to eat and some biscuits, and you had all those preserves, and so you're filled up at this point. Tired, but filled up. We'll say Merrick even maybe poured you a little bit of coffee before you were ready to set out. He had some on his kettle.
Wonderful, and wonderful. Merrick, it's so wonderful to see you this morning. And you have extra bundles of wood, I say, right? I'll take some of those, and I'll carry them.
Well, normally they're not free, but because you're paying me to guide you, we didn't really talk about...
No, I'm paying for them.
Oh, you're going to pay for them too? No. Why don't we do this? Why don't we just make it part of the trip? Because I don't know where the haunted forest is, but I know the general... He kind of thumbs the wind. I know the general area. Nobody really goes that way, but we'll find it eventually, right?
Great coffee, and let's lead on.
Cirion.
I think it's great that there's coffee in Woodworth.
Yeah.
Oh no, I might have messed up there. There's tea. It's a very black tea.
You just saved yourself from a 5 right there.
There's no hazelnut latte.
That's rubbish. Rubbish.
So odd. But I feel hyper now.
Merrick puts his espresso machine away.
I've never been awake. In 750 years, I've never been this awake.
Merrick has tea. And he makes you tea, so you have some tea. All right. I was thinking of what I would want in the snow. So, all right. So you've all had your tea. Cirion.
Yeah. Well, Aldea gave me a good idea about the whole wood. So is there any way that we'll be taking a forester's axe with us, or when I could acquire one? Given that it's a town full of foresters.
You could pick up an axe if you like. I think that would be easy enough, and it will give you a little bit more load. So your basic axe, if I have it here, is, of course, I'm seeing everything else but an axe. There we go. It's going to add 2 load if you want.
Do that.
And actually, let's pull back a little bit. I apologize. This is a common axe, so this isn't a fighting axe. So we're going to say that this has 1 load. If you want to use it for fighting, we'll give it the same kind of specs as... We'll still give it 5 damage, but we'll say the injury rating is the same as the club at 14. Anybody cry foul to that?
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah, because the axe here is a variation on a common axe.
Yep.
More of a fighting one. Whereas what you're looking for, Cirion, what you're looking for, Cirion, is more of a common axe, which you could use as a weapon, but this is just more of a common axe.
Right.
Basically a hatchet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what I was looking for.
Perfect.
Does this refine our guide's mood with us?
I will use anything you give me, if I remember it.
All right. Well, we rewind, we reround all this stuff, and now we're back on the trail.
I think so. If everybody's ready, then you're heading out on the trail. So you're trudging
food,
through this.
We're good.
Yeah, we're gonna say you're about a. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, as for flavor, it doesn't change anything mechanically. Thrar made sure that the book and the dagger and the preserves were back in the chest, and that the chest was secured on his mule.
All right. We have our mules, right? We don't want to leave them in stables
Yeah, I keep forgetting that
unpaid.
Mule is following us.
You have a mule and a now well-fed older horse.
Cirion doesn't have a mount?
I haven't. Oh, Cirion.
Cirion is mountless.
Mountains.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're trudging
Walking
through.
We can let him ride our horse every once in a while.
Okay, so you are walking through the snow. It's a long dirge on this kind of path that is only a path really in name. You can kind of see it's just cutting through woods, pretty much. Merrick is just walking along.
Do I get the sense that he wants to talk about something?
You guys can talk to each other. You can talk to Merrick. It's a long walk.
I will walk up to Merrick, and I'll ask him if a lot of people have been inquiring or venturing to the haunted wood in recent years.
Nobody that I know of even has gone up there. Most of this was rumors from when I was a kid about there being a haunted wood. Like I said, there's walk trails that people stay to. The foresters stay to them. Even they stay on the main trails and they go out. This is pretty far up northeast here, from my recollection, past the normal trail that we're on right now. This is gonna end up here about another mile or two, and then we're gonna be kind of thumbing it a bit, folks.
We trust in
not
your
enough for everybody.
we trust in your instincts and your knowledge of the land, and we are very grateful for your assistance in this.
We aren't afraid of a bit of bushwhacking. It's okay.
Might need for that. Might need a little bit for that as we get into it some. So
It's too bad I don't have any skis.
let's go with your coffee.
Oh, don't they have like snowshoes or something?
Elves, you're not trudging. You I think elves can walk above the snow.
You just walk on the snow. You're not in the snow.
Oh, because I'm so light, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I let Cirion. Do you want to ride my horse?
Well, no one else. Everybody else is walking, isn't it?
Oh, are we all walking while our horses are walking behind us?
Thrar, he doesn't have a horse. He has a mule, and dwarves don't like riding on animals at all. So it's just
for
a beast
stuff.
of burden. It's just a beast of burden.
That's odd. Okay. Well,
Oh, an elf
I don't
would say that.
well, anyway, whatever. It's your. I'm not offering like you need it. Just it's there, and my my horse is following me, and I don't need it right now either. I'm chill. The brisk exercise is good. I don't have anything on my horse. I just have a horse too. We should have left our horses. Our horse. Mule. Well, anyway, so is someone talking to Merrick?
Thrar was for a bit.
Merrick, do you know how long it'll take to get to the furthest most that you can take us?
Well, it's been a while now. I'd say we got maybe. It's been a while since I've been up here, but I'd say we got about another mile before the trail ends, and then we're going to be winging it after that. So at this point, you know, you're hitting around noonish or so. You've probably gone 3 or 4 miles. He's a slower kind of walker, and it's snow.
Should Merrick go on my horse?
Good.
This horse likes company. Anybody who wants to ride my horse may. I am exuberant this morning after your wonderful tea, so I just want to put it out there that anyone who would like a break can use the horse.
Are you offering it to me?
I'm offering it to anyone who wants to make speed. I tend to run faster, because of my long stretch, and so I would love to go fast, but I also don't really want to rush anyone. It's just my race that has this issue. So I am trying to be patient, and I'm also trying to be generous like you were generous, and Cirion's also allowed to use the horse, so I'm offering this horse to anyone at any time. It's just a thing that I want to give permission to use.
Well, I would be obliged to ride on a horse, to tell you the truth. It would take me back to a long time ago when I had horses. I miss them. Yeah, you might not know it from the looks of me, but I used to be something of a person.
My horse would be so glad to have company in this winter.
He's very glassy, almost teary-eyed and happy, and looks at the horse and kind of pets it a little bit, and looks at its eyes, and then he gets up on the horse, and he's just glowing at this point.
My horse might have been doing a talking to me. But I didn't want to tell anyone that my horse is being more nice than me.
So you're able to make a little bit better speed. As you're moving and going, you learn more about Merrick's past. And some of the things about him were he did have a family. He was a person of some wealth, but he got into gambling and lost all of it. His family, his jobs, all of it. And he's got nothing but regret. Doesn't even like going into the drinking well to socialize because of the dice. And he's learned his lessons, but through losing it all. So he's very remorseful and regretful, but he's got a good heart and a good soul. So with that, you're at the end of the trail now, and we're all gonna roll a bit of dice. And the dice that we're gonna be rolling, as we're all a little lost at this point, is for travel. I apologize, hunting. Because we're hunting for this trail. So we're gonna start with Old Merrick here to see how he does. He's actually gonna get favored because he's in the area. Alright, no need for anybody else to roll. So he, because I'm not GMing and I'm NPCing.
He's having such a good time on the horse.
He's having a great time on the horse. And the horse, we're going to say the horse probably rolled this. Because, there's no trail right now. You're kind of going through some brush a little bit. You see kind of a slide. It's a little dangerous looking. But we're going to move you a little bit further along towards your destination. So the next roll, we'll say he doesn't get to roll on this one. So we're going to have you three. He's now on the horse, and the horse is stuck. It would be a good place for Henry Birchtree to show up and deal with whatever kind of bramble and blackberry bush or whatever is going on. There's just a lot of junk that seems like you're blocked at this point.
So you said roll hunting?
Yeah, I would say let's do a hunting roll through this just kind of this wall of briars and brush.
I'm gonna spend a hope because I have nothing in hunting. So I'm gonna spend a hope. For the best. It is a 4. It is a failure. 2 and 2.
Alright, well, I'm favored in hunting, and I got a Gandalf rune, and a 4, and a 2.
Okay. So, as you are going through the brush, or as you're looking through the brush, you can kind of see maybe there's a trail on the other side, and you're able to take would you like to take your axe that you grabbed?
Yeah, my Forcer X.
Yeah, so you're able to kind of hack through and get through this kind of area pretty well. So as you go through that, you see maybe a little bit more of a trail, but this one is kind of going down into a little bit of a valley and then back up to another hill. You're just in wild country at this point. So we need another roll as we move you past these hills.
Everybody rolls.
Yeah, everybody can go ahead and roll, because you're now just sort of in numerical rolls, but you're now just kind of in nobody knows area if you can even get back to the main trail. America's no hope for you guys on this one. Oh, yeah, everybody can roll for this.
I have 10. That is no good for me.
Oh, Gandalf rune and 7.
Excellent. So you back over here. You find kind of a clearing in the woods. There's a lot of woods around, but in this clearing, you see an orchard with old apple trees in it. A lot of old apple trees in a rundown farmhouse. And Cirion, I think you were the one that actually found some of the ledgers.
Yes.
and found actually a little map layout. Whoop, move this over here. So as you come into this area, Merrick is bewildered. He's like, I don't even know where we are. But you see apple orchard. You see this old farmhouse, and you are about around here on the map.
I want to go there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I remember I showed well, I guess we talked about this on this, that night that we're going over things, but I think this is the apple orchard that at one time had business between Bree and Archet and I think Fornus as well. There could be maybe some more historic information in this building.
Yeah, let's get closer.
Excellent. So, would you like to go in?
Yeah.
Thrar will tie his mule to something, a post, a tree near the building, and I would like to walk around and just inspect the outside of the building.
Okay, so we've got you. You're going to walk around the outside of the building and inspect. Aldea and Cirion, you're walking in.
just kicking up.
Yeah.
Just jump down into the tower. Don't care. Just go in to the farmhouse. Let's do this. I love it. Love that. Okay, so
About 10 apples.
Cirion, what about you?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, does it have is there a door, a closed door on it?
Yeah, the door is ajar. It's pretty much as you see right here. It's pretty run over, abandoned it's barely standing for ages. So, Thrar, I think, so we'll start with you. We're going to give you a simple check around the entire establishment, and nothing nefarious comes to mind. Very overgrown, very bad. Like, even in the back, you can't really make it through too much of the brush. It just seems dilapidated and forgotten about, and centuries have passed before this was something of a heyday. You can see like maybe a small, or actually a larger kind of chicken coop, and the farmhouse goes back a little bit. That isn't on this map. That it had an addition put onto it, but it is nothing that would cry out to you in any good or bad way.
I know no signs of footprints or anything in the fresh snow.
No signs of. Well, yeah, you probably. We're gonna say that you just see some basic animal footprints, like deer or.
But no, nothing nothing bipedal.
Yeah, nothing bipedal, and Merrick is he's on your horse, Aldea, and he's going to take care of it. He's kind of moving it more into the orchard and kind of getting off of the horse and dealing with that while you guys go into the farmhouse.
Did I notice any good apples? Oh, it's winter. Never mind.
It's winter.
It's winter, but you see a lot of apples. The apples trees are larger than they should be for an orchard, but there are just loads and loads and loads and loads of apples. Nothing is that you can see is foul about them. It just seems like a forgotten about apple orchard. So you enter into the main hall. It feels somehow just colder in here than it is outside, and the air is not moving. And a lot of dust everywhere. There is no furniture in the hall. There's really not much of anything. A couple of chairs that were like broken, just sort of overturned. Doesn't look like a scuffle or anything. It just looks like people had moved out and left what they didn't want behind. What would you like to do?
Are there any candles or torches or something I can use as a light source?
Yeah, I'd say you could find on the walls over here. You got some sconce torches, and might be usable if you have flint on you.
Okay.
I think you have a ranger kit, don't you?
Yeah. I felt like the book wasn't exactly clear about kits and what you had, but I think maybe there were basic things.
Oh, you actually picked up flint from the Tower of the Last Dawn campsite.
Well, I guess that's right, yeah. I never wrote it down. Oops.
So to move it along a little bit, we'll just say that you're able to light the torch. So now you have a torch.
I'm kind of like a cat. I can see things. I'm just gonna go kind of scanning for chests, because I had a lot of fun last night opening up a random chest with that sword, and I'm like, I want one. So I know that this isn't probably the place to find one. I know, but I'm just kind of like, I'm having fun. I'm like having a good time looking what's inside this wood barrel in this random town, because that little cottage did have something interesting. So yes, so like it's like I'm relating to Merrick with this whole gambling feeling in myself. Can I see any kind of container that looks like it would have wares in it?
You're in the hall right now. You can do a... Where are you?
Well, I'm in the hall, and I want to do, like, I'm quick, so can I do a hall check and a... Wait, does the hall go down to the cellar, or...
There's a cellar goes down here, so you can get down to the cellar this way, and you can actually... it's a little weirdly drawn here, but this is just another room and a bedroom here, but you can get into the kitchen.
Well, I kind of want to, like, scan the hall and then, like, not go down the stairs, check this floor. So I veer over the cellar into that living room above the cellar.
Above the cellar? Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So why don't you give me a scan check? Actually, an explore. I need an explore check. I think that's more appropriate.
Same amount of dice.
Same amount of dice, none.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, 2 Gandalf runs.
Oh, so you have favored.
And a 1.
Yeah, thank you.
You actually see something in the living room. The light catches a little bit because it's not night, but it isn't exactly bright either. You got diffused gray winter clouds, and it's still a little bit of snow is falling. It's not a snowstorm though. That was last night. A little bit of flame from Cirion's torch flicks, and you see in the living room a portrait painting of a man and a woman, presumably the owners of the farm.
It's really nice. What do they look like?
They look like a brace of men, and the man has a tight beard, scruffy hair, kind of a little bit of a larger face. He's a stocky man, and the woman, oddly enough, is a little bit like the kind of looks a little bit like Berta. She's a bigger farm lady, but more athletic.
Charming. behind the photo? The picture.
You absolutely can. So you want to go?
But I
into
also
that
can
room?
share the mic.
We'll say that you're walking into that room to go grab the photo to look behind it. Who hasn't gone in a little bit that would like to go next?
Cirion hasn't gone.
Okay, Cirion, what would you like to do? Well, actually, you just did the torch. Thrar?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I should go. You should be Thrar.
Yep.
I, having gone around the building, I went back in, and I will go into the cellar.
Okay. So, as you go into the cellar, do you have a torch?
No, but I took the virtue dark for dark business, so darkness doesn't bother me anymore.
You are a dwarf.
Yes, I am a dwarf.
Torches are for race of men and elf chumps for dwarves.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered by the dark, and so.
All right.
In addition to that, all my wolves are inspired now.
I am about to ask if he wants a torch, and then I think better of it, so as not to insult Thrar.
Thrar's just Thrar has his mattock out because he doesn't know what he's gonna find down there, but he's going down the stairs.
It's like you played this game before. So as you head down into the cellar, you step into what feels like mud.
Oh.
And you smell this sickly, sweet smell of fermented apples. And you notice there are just apple rot everywhere and barrels that are rotted out. And you see something in the back kind of scurry into the shadows.
I will call up to Cirion that there's something moving down here.
Let us hope it's just a rat of some sort. And I will also go down to the cellar with my torch.
Okay, so as you head down to the cellar with your torch, it's a small room, and you see obviously Thrar standing there with his mattock out, and just rotten apples everywhere. That's the first thing that hits you. It's just this fermented, nasty, sweet, alcohol-smelling apple smell everywhere. Barrels rotted out, and in the corner you see a spider that is pale. It is white, and it's larger than a normal spider, but not massive. It would come up to just below a ranger's knee. So we're talking a pretty good size.
It's pretty good size
The
spider.
size of a dog, or like in this
It's the size
world,
of a dog.
like I was thinking, like here's a spider. Here's a spider.
It's the size of a mid-sized dog, and it is up against the wall.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's a golden doodle.
Yeah.
Golden doodle spider. I'm gonna pull my weapon out.
Do I hear them scream like little girls down there? Just like.
It is not attacking.
Whoa.
What would you like to do? We're gonna hold on you for.
I don't know. I'm up in the living room, right?
Unless Thrar or Cirion are screaming, we're gonna hold on Aldea.
Right. That's what I'm wondering.
Okay.
I'm wondering if they
Actually,
make any other
I looked at.
comment.
Huh?
Go ahead. You guys go.
this is actually a good pause point. Let's go to Aldea for a second, but we're gonna freeze you in your room because we're kind of doing things at the same time.
Yep.
This is all simultaneously happening. Cirion, you're down below. Aldea, you just made it above them, and you are in the living room, and you flip the painting over.
And don't I have some kind of sense now to bad things?
Oh,
I just got
I want to see the undead, I think.
something. I am more sensitive.
I think it's. Yeah. I think what you had was something that lets you
Just
kind of
ghosts.
see the. Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for remembering. Sorry.
I remember that when we added that, yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, I kind of want to return to you guys as soon as possible, but right now I'm looking at that picture, I flip it around, and there's no way for me to...
In the world, you wouldn't know that there's a spider downstairs. You just imagine that people are walking around and looking at the house. Nobody's called up to you other than Thrar called up to Cirion and said, "Hey, bring your light," I think he said.
I said, there's something moving down here.
Oh, okay, so Aldea may have heard that, but it's...
Because it's a small house, and there's just, like, I can hear the dogs right now between this and
Gotcha.
there.
I apologize. So yes, you can go for the painting, or you can head back towards where they're at.
I think it's realistic for me to be astute that if a dwarf said, "Come down here," that's bad. He's not very talkative, right? And then it perks my ears a bit, and then the quietness, and then hearing what. Yeah, I'm going to remove my hands realistically off the painting that I was looking at and do an equally swift motion to follow the guys. Pretty quiet. Not really.
So if I understand you correctly, you're not flipping the painting over, you're heading to the cellar.
This is so... sorry.
The world could end if you don't get this right. I'm joking.
It got a little bit confusing. I'm so sorry. We want to go back to what they're doing downstairs. I'm trying to shut my little thing down and
Okay.
return to the
No,
party.
don't. You don't have to do that at all. I can only speak for myself, but I have no problem cutting back and forth.
I don't either. This is okay. This is not a split party type thing.
Okay, perfect. So I'm not totally alerted. I'm alerted, so I'm aware. I hear them, but I continue what I'm doing.
Okay. So you flip the painting over and you see some writing on the back, and you see two names, Brenna and Cobman Merrick.
Oh. Where is he now?
He's in the orchard, and he's tying your horse to a tree.
That's not safe anymore. Did we not ask him that this is his house? Are we being like really rude guests?
He doesn't know anything about this place.
Oh. Whoa. Okay. Cool. So I find that cool. Am I allowed to move anymore? She wants to.
We're gonna shift back to Thrar and Cirion
Okay.
at this point.
Wow. Cool.
Okay, so we're looking at a pale spider in the corner of the cellar. I look at Thrar and say, what do you make of this? Should we just leave it be?
The spider, it's a lot larger, but weren't the spiders in the Tower of the Last Dawn also pale?
They were very almost glowing blue-white pale. This is a little bit more natural.
Okay. So it's not like something... It doesn't ring any alarm bells other than its massive size.
I would say these immediately, because there's so many different types of spiders, it's a great question, but I will, just to move it along a little bit, say it doesn't really ring like, oh, these are connected.
Okay. I will... Do I see anything else in the basement, in the cellar, other than the spider in the corner and barrels of
No.
apples? Nothing?
Nope.
Nothing? Okay. I would say we leave it to its business and just keep an eye on the cellar steps in case it follows us out.
Great. Okay.
And start climbing backwards up the stairs, keeping an eye on it to see if it moves as we move.
Cirion?
Yep, I'm also walking back, keeping my torch in front of me so I can keep an eye on it, but we are backing out of the cellar.
Okay, so you're back out of the cellar, and as
Does
you
the spider
come up
move?
to-
Does the spider move?
No, it stays there. It's not interested in attacking.
Okay.
So as you come up to the hallway, I should mention, and I apologize, Aldia, when you go to get the painting next to it, you see that there's a small pouch that has, you notice some gold in there. I'm sorry, I need to kind of infuse that in. There's some gold in this little pouch next to the painting. Very dusty, very old.
Very cool,
Okay.
though. Like, my
Okay.
mouth brain's all like, there's this money, and then there's these people that know this person, maybe. I mean, obviously not know them, but is related. Merrick.
So you, we're gonna bring you all into the hall now, and Merrick is at the door.
Merrick! Because I don't know what's going on downstairs, and you guys are obviously up here, so nothing downstairs was totally weird. Nothing, right? I don't know anything.
There's a spider downstairs.
Oh.
Oh my, spider! Like that
This is
doesn't
like your
seem like a
family's
big
house.
deal. Family's house.
Thrar just gestures, like giving the approximate size of the spider.
He backs away from the front door. Not interested. So, and he's like, "What do you mean, my family's house? I don't know anything about this."
Let's go outside. Here you go.
What are you handing?
The gold.
Oh,
Did I swipe it? And
yeah, you have it. So you're handing it to him.
Do you know? First, hold on. Do you know? What are their names? Lady and Lady Man.
This is why I like it when people ask what NPCs' names are. They never remember.
I didn't.
Anyways,
I didn't ask.
Brenna and
Told me.
Cobman. Brennan,
So sorry.
Brenna and Cobman.
Brenna. Do you know Brenna and Cobman in your history?
I barely know my history. I know my mom and pa, and I know my grandparents. But actually, come to think of it, my grandma's name was Brenna.
Here you go. This is on the.
This would no. My grandma did not live. Maybe she was named after somebody else. But
Your last name's Merrick.
yes.
I don't have any claim to this. You're the closest Merrick that I know. This could cause trouble, but this hasn't been here forever, and it seems like it can help you.
I'm going to turn to the party now for some group conscious thinking about what you would like to do with some of the materials that you have learned so far.
Well, there's a spider, a big spider, in the cellar. We leave that spider. Maybe we should not. No one should really use this building anymore.
What things did you learn last night going through all of Henry's notes? That'll be my clue.
There's a shaman with a fear of voice. And nothing creepy is at the building though, so other than the spider.
Would anybody like to do a lore check for just remembering?
Well, I know that the orchard may have been involved in some pretty big transactions back in the past.
And the Witch King. Oh, and stuff.
I don't know if that was
That was
particular
north.
to the
That was
orchard.
No. Okay. True.
I think the orchard was more just they made a lot of money between three.
Let's actually call this a riddle check. So I'm throwing you down a riddle. Anybody like to do a riddle check?
Yeah, I can do it. I will also. Yeah.
I'm super into this. I'm like,
I will.
poor
send the help.
guy, money for the poor guy, honorable story.
It's inspired. Oh no, it's not inspired. It's not underground.
Gladriel did it. She's all like, "You're the king of humans." Sorry, I'm
You were too much credit.
and that's how she was at. So I guess she wasn't listening.
24 with a Kangwar.
Wow. Okay. Let me ask a really quick time check because we might go a little long. Is that okay with people, or do we need to fast forward things at all?
I'm fine for a bit longer.
Okay. Everybody
I'm
okay?
good.
Okay. Excellent. Good roll. So, you solve the riddle of everything from last night, and you're able to put all the pieces together. Merrick used to be a fairly well-to-do merchant in Bree. Lost his family, lost everything, and to gambling, and wife ran off with a more well-to-do, stable person, and he's just a humbled person at this point. And last night, one of the things that you found was a deed to an apple orchard, and Aldea found a painting that ties Merrick to this apple orchard. And you found a gold pouch that you actually, I believe, handed to him. Is that correct? Okay, so I put those pieces together for you. Would you like to let Merrick know?
I'm just giving him the gold. There you go. You guys.
Can I just say an out-of-game thing? You so avoided shadow points, and I'm a little happy and a little upset.
Me?
I thought you were gonna keep the gold. Sorry. All right. So Merrick is there. He's thinking about you mentioning family. He's looking at this gold you just gave him. He's confused about a spider that might be in there. What would you like to do?
Thrar is rummaging through the binder. He went to the mule, took the chest, put it on the floor. He's rummaging through the binder to find the deed.
We'll say that you spend a little bit of time, but then you find it. So you find the actual deed, and you see now where it says Brenna and Cobman Merrick. And that's the Merrick Apple Orchard.
And I hand the living Merrick the deed as well.
He's I don't know what is this?
As far as all of this points to, your ancestral home.
You got to be kidding me.
Is there a date on the deed?
Yeah, we're gonna say that it is back from like the 1700s.
Okay.
Or actually the 1300s, pre Angmar.
Okay.
So Brenna wouldn't have been his grandmother, but named after a great grandmother. Or yeah, whatever. Times
Many greats. It's
we just laughed elf life by accident. Like that was the whole
100 years.
Yeah, lots of greats. It's a family name.
Yep.
Spider's diligent. It's the last one hanging on.
The spider.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
So he to move things along a little bit, because I think we need to. He's going to offer you. He comes to. He's crying. He's so happy about this, and he starts talking about. I'm going to get people to help me. I have money to do this. I can't believe that you gave this to me. And he's like, well, I can pay you. I can't go any further. I have to go back to town. I have to get workers, and this is amazing. And maybe Maria can help me with some of this, because she has all of Henry's notes on canning, and he's just beside himself with excitement. And
that gives Thrar another idea. He rummages some more, and he finds the recipes that we found with our failed rolls, and he gives them to him as well.
Oh, that's so sweet. So he's just beside himself. He takes these and he's just shaking your hands. He's just so happy. He's so happy that each of you get one hope back.
Nice.
And he hates to trouble you, but I just have one favor. And he's like, I could give you all of this gold, or can I give you a coin? I don't even know what everything's going to cost, but what would it take for you guys to maybe get rid of the spider? I'm not a fighter.
We can do something about that, but I would suggest we try and scare it off. It didn't seem particularly hostile.
Just why don't you walk me through how you plan to scare off or keep the spider from coming back? I'd like to hear this story. We don't need to include dice just for the sake of speed, but tell us how you did this.
We're not killing it?
Scare it off.
It's
nasty.
Spider.
It's just a spider. A little spider. A little spider.
One.
Yeah. Yeah.
Still shadow. It'll grow up to be a big spider one day.
Well, I for one,
Eat a whole family, like the one that Jerry kidnapped.
I for one double up on torches. So I'll get a second sconce and light it up, and I'm like, this'll get it moving. Maybe we can.
Okay. I embolden your choices with. I have embolden. Arnharten. I hearten you.
Doing everything not to do Rowan's bardic inspiration. Bardic inspiration! Sorry.
Scare that spider away!
So you're telling him, good job, you're getting the torches. Thrar, what are you doing to get these spiders out?
Thrar will go back down and will start working his way around the wall. If it's in the far corner, then to the right. Try and just herd it back towards the stairs.
Excellent. I like how you guys have done this. I think as you do this, Merrick is over by the horses and, trying to find any kind of apples that aren't rotten that are still in the tree and feeding the horses and, just kind of hanging out far, far away from the spider. And he's very appreciative. And you guys are able to get the spider out, and it scurries off into the brambles and the brush. Likely to be found again by the people of Archet dealt with.
But not the problem now.
You did not leave it for Merrick to get bitten by or, have bad dealings with that spider, so good on you guys.
And Thrar will see if it's possible to fix, at least temporarily, the door so that the spider doesn't try to come back in.
Oh, very nice. So yeah, you're able to fix the door up. And at this, Merrick apologizes about needing to take his leave, but he's like, it's going to be dark before I can even get back to Archet. He says, he kind of points out, still kind of northeasterly away from the house. He's like, that is where I would go. I don't know how far close we are to this place, but we got to be getting some. You might have to do some circling, but it's going to be over that way by where I think the sun is. It's kind of cloudy, but I would say it's still northeast of here. Or maybe a little bit more north, but definitely in the north or northeast areas where you're going to want to head would be my inkling.
Do we have permission to stay in your home a night and maybe return after our travels?
Whenever you like.
Thank you.
So it's about, I would say, probably 1 or 2 in the afternoon at this point, so you still have about 3 or 4 hours of daylight.
Okay, so we could return on our way back. Either or, right?
Anything you'd like to do before we...
Good luck, Merrick!
Oh, he's so happy. Thank you all very much. Like, this is needed. This is great. And please, I don't know how to do most of this, but if you do find Henry, send him back this way. I could probably use his help, and I have a lot to learn about Well, I know merchanting. It's just been a long time, so I can merchant these apples. I can sell them to anybody, but maybe I gotta go through some of these notes. And you gave him a lot of the notes, right?
Yep.
So again, he's taking those. He's walking off pretty happy. We'll skip in a step.
I suppose we should continue northwards.
Okay, so you
Go
guys
team LLR.
we're gonna need some hunting rolls. So let's do. What we're gonna do is 3 hunting rolls, and because you guys have been going for quite a while, on a failed hunting roll, and you can pick who you want to hunt for the trail. So instead of everybody rolling.
I will not do it because I do not have favored and I do not have any points in hunting. So I will not do it.
Who would like to do hunting?
I'll do a hunting roll.
Didn't I choose Hunter?
Yeah,
You
we
are the
have this
hunter.
on it. He's happy now.
Oh, wait. Oh, back.
Yeah, way back when we decided that Cirion's the guide and Cirion's the hunter.
Oh, but this is just a hunting roll, right?
You can change those at any after journey.
I'm the
so you
lookout.
So looking at your
It's not
skills,
forever.
this would be
You
a
did
time
pick
to...
a job, Thar.
We're not doing a journey roll right now, so you can
Oh.
anybody can hunt who wants to hunt.
Okay, I'll hunt, and I'll use a hope from that one.
Should mention on any failed hunts at this point, there will be fatigue because it's been a long day of walking.
9. 9 is my best one. 9, 19. That is a pass.
Excellent. So you're actually able to find somewhat kind of a trail, and we are going to have you do another one as the trail starts to get rambly a little bit again, and you might be losing it. So we need another hunting roll.
I will still use another hope. It's dire.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're an amazing hunter, Cirion.
18. That is a pass.
All right. So you get through the brambles and you find a little bit more of a. Again, it's not so much of a trail as it's easier to walk through. And so you're walking through here, and now you're going to do one more hunting roll. So far, so good. No fatigue. This is the last one.
I'll spend one more hope.
Woo! It's got a lot of hope.
What are you down to?
5?
Ouch. Risky.
You don't want to be here anymore.
Your current hope is yeah. Gotta be careful not to become miserable.
What's the miserable point?
It is when your shadow and your shadow scar is equal to or greater than your current hope, I believe.
I'm still good. I'm pretty jolly right now.
Zar, is that a check? I've been having my mind in other places this
Yep, that's a check.
preparation. Okay.
That's a pass. I have Tangwar on that one.
Excellent. So with that, you're done with being lost, but we're going to pause for Aldea. Sorry for the interruption. So after getting through some of the brambles and going around for about 2 hours through the woods, The trees ahead begin to close ranks. They're thick, large, ancient, and gnarled. The trunks are gray and they move into a blackness of the forest, almost a cove that you're being led into as you walk the trail. They seem to lean inward, tangled high above, blotting out the light like a ceiling of clawed fingers. Together. As you're walking through, yes, you are now getting railroaded into this. As you're walking into this, there's a hush. Even your own steps through the snow are losing the crunch. It's almost muted. A sound low and wavering as you enter deeper and deeper into this area, like wind through a hollow reed, something you can all hear, but it lingers almost like a moan or a song long forgotten. It's hard to place. It's neither near or far. It's as if the forest was breathing and moaning. It seems to come, as you're going through this, you're probably well into this cove area. It seems to be coming from, the sound is getting louder and coming from the left, where the trunks are so close and you're so far in that it is a dark blackness, almost a wall. The sound is deepening there. It's becoming eerie, haunting, sad, longing.
There's something ominous in these woods.
Perhaps the rumors of them being haunted by what I do not know were not false or foolish.
Should we do our lore? I want to sense even more.
You can do a
That was already really intense.
you can do a song, riddle, insight, courtesy, or lore check, and wink to everybody. Because you're an elf, it's favored.
Oh, good.
Any of those.
Right, so I'm going to do my lore. And it's weird. So should I put a dot on my thing?
No, just for this one time.
Oh, okay.
Any of those you can do favored. Song, riddle,
I come from a
insight,
forest.
courtesy, or lore.
I come from a forest, and the apple orchard did so well, and then I'm just curious if there's something int or not.
And remember that you can spend a hope before you roll to add an extra success dice.
I will. Spend one hope. Oh. Alright. Yeah. So, I get to choose to take the higher Cirion out? Thank gosh. Okay. Thank Elvenkind. As he gets to take it out. So, I have a 6, 1, 5, and 4. So, I beat my 15 and avoid getting too wrapped up in my own lore, right? Like, I'm doing a really shifty, weird elf move right now.
Yeah, tell us about your move, and I'll let you know what's happening. What are you doing with that blackness wall of trees?
I am doing a cinder poem because I have some cinder background. Like I'm a mixed elf, and so I did. I spoke cinder to the trees to have them answer in this.
And having a very Legolas and Fangorn appreciating the trees moment.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So you speak a cinder poem as you're looking at this, and as you say the poem, in the blackness of the wall of trees that you're near, you see a dark hue of blue, and it widens and it brightens, enough to see a pathway of blues and greens, a tunnel that enters into this wall. Only you can see this.
So, sorry. My book went missing. I had. Something like well met, but so you guys hear me say the word that's similar to well met. Maybe you guys understood that or not, but you definitely heard that I was speaking a different kind of Elvish, right? And then Cirion would have understood that, right? Because you have a cinder elf friend. Is that not true? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Cirion, do you understand that I have asked the woods to open knowledge to me, and I see a path there. Thar, there's a path there.
Do I believe her?
Right.
Yeah.
Would you?
We do not see. I do not see this path, but I trust your elven eyes.
Okay. May I lead us, Thar?
You may, but do not cry to me if what you see is an illusion.
So as Aldea walks in,
I appreciate your grounded nature.
I should ask, are you now walking in? All right, so Thrar and Cirion, as Aldea walks into what you see is just blackness, she disappears. Aldea, what you see is blues and greens on the sides of you, and you see it getting brighter down the tunnel, and more blues and greens as they open up, and a brightness towards the end. Thrar and Cirion, what would you like to do?
Go ahead.
I'm
just dumbstruck.
Yeah, I'm kind of startled that she just disappeared, and like, oh. And then, because I said I trusted her elven eyes, I will kind of hold my breath and then take a step into the dark.
So you step into the dark and you see Aldea, and you can now also see all of the blues and the greens in the tunnel that are leading to this lighter area. And you can, as you both are walking a little bit, because we're going to say just a little bit further, you can start to see a little bit of green of a very verdant grass. Thrar, what would you like to do?
Thrar will go up to where his companions just disappeared, take out his mattock, and just tap on the wood to see if it's actually wood or not.
It goes through the darkness and comes back out. Doesn't hit anything.
He goes through.
So you go through and you see
his breath.
I'll let you breathe now. So you actually come in to this and you see this as well. The greens and the blues. It's actually it's not bright, but it's not dark anymore. You can see very well. You can see the light up ahead. And as you begin to journey forward, walking in the tunnel, you can all begin to see that it opens wider into a glade ahead. In entering the glade, it is around 2,000 square feet of soft grass and trees. Overhead like pillars in a temple, with their boughs forming a vaulted ceiling of green and gold. Light flitters down from the canopy, warm and pale, though the sky above is still clouded. In the center of the glade is a low stone basin, out of which rises a hot spring. Steam drifts lazily upward, coiling around the trees. The air here is warm, strangely so. It feels like a forgotten spring day in the heart of winter. At first it seems the ground is dusted in snow, but as you watch, the grass begins to stir, not melt, and dozens of white butterflies with blue dots spread their wings and fill the air, flying around. They rise around in gentle spirals, silent, delicate. The mist shimmers. Elven statues can be seen near the trees circling the glade, with a break at the furthest corner and 2 stone benches where you see another tunnel through the trees. The warmth holds in this place for a moment. You feel safe, protected, but the feeling is not joy, not exactly. It's like remembering a home you never knew you lost. You all gain one hope, and you found a safe haven. What would you like to do here?
We can see the sky, correct?
Barely. Yeah, you can kind of see. It's like the snow is above, but you're almost like in a 70-degree almost warmness because it's so enclosed. The steam from the hot spring, and that's another thing that you notice is that there's reeds above the hot spring that as the steam goes through, it whistles, and in here it sounds like elven music. But it was the moaning that everybody hears as it's translated through into the gnarled woods outside of here. Sounding like a haunted wood.
What time of day would it be?
I would say it's about 4 in the afternoon.
Much as I would like to go on, I fear the sun will not wait for us. Perhaps this place is as safe as any in the wilds to spend the night.
I am like already at the water. And I'm like washing my like, bird bathing as an elf would. And I don't want to go anywhere for a little while. I'm like, I'm looking at the statues. I don't know who they are, right? So this is like a huge deal. I'm not rushing off anywhere. I don't even see Thar. I'm like in his reaction. I'm just like looking at all this amazing heritage that I found.
Anybody like to do any checks?
Is this worth it, Cirion? Like, look, I presented you with some history that I've never even seen or heard of, which I haven't heard of a lot, actually. Does your friend know about this place?
Wonders are that havens are of the elves.
Thar, now I hear you.
I would like to see if there are signs of anyone having passed through here in, not thousands of years ago.
Good question. Because it was so easy for me to find it.
We can say that you can do. So we'll start down the line. So we're going to start with Thrar. You're going to just maybe do a. Would you like to do a scan or an explore? Would you like to go detail somewhere, or would you like to general?
I will do a scan.
Okay, what would you like to scan? You've got statues, you've got the steam area, you've got the benches, and you have the other tunnel.
I will. The benches, I think.
Okay. And then Aldea, what would you like to do?
Oh, I'm interested in this water. I'm like, what is this? Could it be something that is very coveted to find in my elven culture, but I haven't quite got the words to describe it to my group yet. So, maybe I say, well, in a safe haven, and I walk to it.
Okay. And Cirion, what would you like to do?
I think I'm interested in these statues. Like to kind of look at them, specifically for any writing or who they may be, or if they have any significance.
Okay. Let's do a, let's have, Thrar, you're gonna automatically pass.
Okay.
Aldea, you're gonna do a scan check. And Cirion, I need you to do a lore check. We'll let you roll your dice. So actually, we'll start with Thrar. So Thrar, because you're going to the benches and it's so obvious, what you find immediately are these butterfly brooches of elvish make. And next to it is a parchment that is on very thick paper. It doesn't look ancient or anything. Actually, is framed.
Mm-hmm.
And on there reads, "A butterfly alone is a sight to see, given to wonderment and spirits uplifted. When many are found, the magic fades and becomes a commonplace like grass in a glade."
I will pick up one of the brooches.
You pick up one of the brooches, and again, here's the... Do you want to share any of this information with anybody else?
How close are they?
The whole area is about 2,000 square feet, and Aldea is in the center, and Cirion, I'm not sure where you are at, but I would say, it's like you could speak loudly and everybody would hear you.
Okay. So yeah, I'll relay what I find.
So what he found, again, are these brooches and this note, and the note says, "A butterfly alone is a sight to see, given to wonderment and spirits uplifted. When many are found, the magic fades and becomes a commonplace like grass in a glade." So you pick one up, and you just found an item of some significance, an elven brooch. And what this does is gives you +2 to enhearten on a 6D. So there you go.
Excellent.
Whenever you get a +1 or a +2 modifier, it can't go above 6.
Yep.
So it just gets you 2/6 if you were lower than that.
So
an elven
can you
brooch
repeat what it does mechanically?
gives you a +2 to a 6D on enhearten checks.
Excellent.
Small little boost for a small little thing. So you took one, so you get one of those. Aldea, you're going to do a scan.
I spent one tank. So I got a 9, an 8, a 2, and a Tanguire 6, which puts me well past my 15 requirement.
Great. What you actually find around there is not much, but through the grass, your fingers as you're probably... Are you dipping your toes in the water?
I haven't got there yet. Maybe,
Okay.
maybe I'm about to. I might as well. Yes. It's 70 degrees. It's been winter for a long time. I'm washing my socks. No, I'm just kidding.
So you actually your hands graze past a part of the grass. There's something hard, and as you pull out from underneath the grass, you find. Sorry, I don't have an image yet online, but it is an elven hairpin.
Oh, nice.
And I will give you this as well. It's a silver pen shaped as a Malorn leaf, crafted in Lothlorien, of all places. It glimmers faintly under moonlight. Once per adventure phase, it may grant a +1 value on a 6D in a song test. These are very faint bonuses. This will give you once per adventure phase, or once during an adventure, and since we're deconstructing these things a little bit, pretty much once a session, right? You get a +1 value on a 6D during a song test when used to inspire or comfort or influence others. Basically, when you're using a song for good. If
she doesn't know how to sing very well.
If you are, it will still work for
someday.
Deceiving or manipulating, but only once. And then it'll lose its ability. Alright, so Cirion, you're doing a lore check.
It is beautiful.
I am short.
Okay, so you look at the statues and none of them really seem recognizable. Some of the clothing doesn't look like anything you've seen, so you know it's at least not this age elves. But that's about it. So with that, you can kind of mill about, talk to each other a little bit, and I'll give you a moment.
Can I go get a pen? A butterfly pen?
You can. There are several on the bench. Would you like one?
Yes.
Okay, so you can grab a pen.
Okay.
Cirion?
Yeah, I walk over and I guess I see the pen and I'm a little curious about the writing on there. It almost seems kind of a riddle. I kind of think of, you know, is this this is what Cirion is thinking, like, is this ours for the taking, or perhaps this place has been created by elves coming and leaving many of these pins here to create this location. So I think I think Cirion, with respect for the history, but also kind of just I think Cirion decides that maybe this is not his pin for the taking, and decides to leave it as kind of to have its own special place in Middle Earth, just as there are many sacred and special places to the Dunedain that are meant to remain and not to be moved. So I'll leave the pin alone. But instead, I decide to take my boots off, dip my feet in the water, and pull out a parchment and kind of just sketch my vision of this place.
Thrar, you were going to say something?
Yeah, Thrar was sort of rolling the butterfly brooch in his fingers, just feeling it's metal, I'm assuming, right?
Mm-hmm. It's a gold, yeah.
So just feeling the metal, feeling the craftsmanship, and then it's elf-made, and so he's gonna put it back where he picked it up on the bench.
Aldea was almost gonna put it back because he put it back, because I almost read that thing. I was like, oh, good. Now we're only gonna have one, and then the poem that he read makes sense. Because I'm gonna take one, but if he took one and I took one and we were walking in the same party, would it be as potent? of a blessing. That's... Oh.
Okay.
So you do not want to pick a hair off of Gladriel's head. That's the kind of dwarf I'm traveling with. I'm sad.
So, Aldea is taking a brooch and a hairpin. Cirion is putting his feet in the pool. Thrar, you've kind of decided to put the brooch back. And at this point, Thrar's mentioning staying here for the evening. Is everybody game for that? This is a safe haven.
Yep.
Archet is not such a safe haven.
Especially not with Ellis running around.
Most beautiful head of hair in all of Eriador. I was so waiting a month to land that joke.
Yep, it was really well done.
That was good.
I
Totally
can
worth it.
scan more of the statues, right? Since I wasn't.
I'm gonna say at this point, it's bedtime.
Okay, fine. I don't want to end. Fine.
You guys all in a safe haven, if I recall correctly, get all of your fatigue lifted, so you get to refresh. If I have that right, I believe your endurance and fatigue. Hope, I don't think is fully restored. I think that's a fellowship phase thing. But for now, just GMing and moving forward, we're gonna just say, hey, go ahead and take your fatigue and lift all of it. You get a really good rest here. You're in a very enchanted place. And you wake up feeling refreshed in the morning. You have jams and preserves and things on you from your adventures. You now have a choice. Do you go back in the tunnel that you came from? Do you go through the tunnel that you found in the morning to head out? Or would you like to stay here forever?
Oh. There's no food.
No, you ate. You guys all ate breakfast because we're going to get through just a few
I'm just
more
saying that
things.
staying here forever seems a little bit ominous. There's no food here.
Never leave.
There's a good shower and bath or whatever. What a beautiful place to rest. And to get a respite from winter.
All right, so is the group's party plan to head back from where you came or continue out, which will actually put you just a little bit more north?
Well, I don't know about you two. I'm kind of curious and interested in heading forward in that other direction. Not from where we came from.
I second that.
I heard that.
Okay, so as you walk through, it's a very similar experience going through this tunnel glade area, going through the tunnel and then coming out. But when you come out, it's very open and stark. There's a lot of snow. The trees are very far out past. And you see a hunter's lookout. Old lookout here. Some books are inside of it and a makeshift bed. It's pretty open. But as you're coming out, you see this. It's pretty close to the tunnel that you just came out of.
Thrar will go and inspect it. Does it look like it was used recently, or?
Going into so you're walking into it?
Yep.
Yeah, so walking in, you see a straw bed that is made up. You see a makeshift desk. You see a bow that's up above the desk. You see papers everywhere. You see a map that shows a route to some inn, and also one that shows a route to the Angle area. And you notice the handwriting looks very familiar.
It's Henry's handwriting, isn't it?
It is Henry's handwriting.
And does it look like he was recently here? Is there like blown like leaves and stuff that blew in, or was it maintained?
Yes. It has not been maintained, and you have there's not a lot left there. So there's snow inside of it. There's not dust per se. It's not really a dusty area, but there's definitely refuse from outside that is blowing in.
Yep.
There's like feces from whatever critters have walked through and stayed in there because it's warm. And what else would you like to?
I will take the map with the route to the angle. And I will just look to see if there's any notes or anything like that.
If you want to do a scan.
It's with 3, and I will spend a hope. Make that 4. Plus 5. That does not look good. 6 plus 5. 11. 14. That is a fail. By 1.
Okay. So you just grab the notes and throw them in. You don't read them.
Okay.
Read them later.
Okay.
All right, Aldea, what would you like to do?
I'm just kind of hanging. Like, I'm letting the guys, Thar's doing his thing for his search, and he'll communicate when he needs help, right?
I will mention one more time some of the things that are in there, just in case anybody missed it. But you have some notes. You have a bow that is above the desk.
Oh,
and
right.
you
I
have,
like bows.
You have kind of a hay straw bed. Just trying to move past that hint.
I walk in, and I look up there, and I go, does anybody care? I'm going to take this. I'm going to look at this, at least. I'm just going to see how well it's made. What is it? Like, who does this?
Aldea learning lessons from the Tower of the Last Dawn. I'm going to grab that.
And it's cursed.
Yeah. Visions of darkness.
You grab...
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
You grab this bow. It has a similar feel to your bow as far as weight, meaning the load is still 2. But checking out the action of it, you can see that this could probably do a little bit more damage. You would assume maybe 4 damage with a 15 injury. You have found an Archet bow.
I have a 4 damage and a 16 injury.
Oh.
I have a great bow.
Oh, you have a great bow. Yeah, and the load on this is 2.
That's good. Okay, so it's same, but lighter.
It's a little bit in between.
But then I'm like Thar, where I'm like Elven Pride, or Archet.
You can let other people know what you have if you're not interested. So it's an Archet bow. It has a damage of 4, an injury of 15, and a load of 2. So it's slightly better than your common bow, and not quite as powerful as a great bow, but it is lighter.
It goes down one injury. I'm 16. And it's a 15 injury. So it actually is really cool. And I'm really impressed by man's craftsmanship. Very, very, very close. Very comparable. Is there any, like, lore check that I have to make? But it's made at Archet.
Mhm.
Can I sell it? Is it something I can sell?
If you don't mind carrying it around, you could also offer it to anybody in your party if they want.
Oh, right. Do you guys want this?
I have no skill in bows.
Actually, I know a good bow when I see one, and that is definitely a lot better looking than my raggedy common bow
Oh, good.
of 3 damage and 14 injury.
I noticed your common bow, actually. I'm actually back in the... Cirion, this seems great for you.
And so, yeah, I test it out, and I say, well, you know, I won't mind. Don't think anybody will be needing this soon. So I will replace it with my common bow and place a common bow where the archer bow was.
You may save my life yet.
Excellent. Okay, so that closes out. There's pretty much nothing else in Henry's.
Oh yeah,
lookout.
it's 4 damage, 15 injury, and 2 load.
So at this point,
Don't give me names. Give me numbers, and I'll listen.
I need to ask the party. We have one encounter that we can skip, and I'm sorry to do spoilers, but I know time it's a little long. We have one encounter that we can skip and a final location. Would you like to skip the encounter because those can take a bit of time, or how are people doing on time? Because I know it's getting a little late. I would like to at least close at the last location, which shouldn't take too much time.
Yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock here, so
Let's close it out.
Yep.
Okay. So you are gonna. Oh well, I should actually ask. Do you want to? One of the notes, one of the things that you did see was this inn on one of the maps. Did you want to head down that way or head back towards Archet and Bree, or somewhere else? Getting ahead of myself.
Thrar personally wants to find Henry, so he would urge the party to follow Henry's map to this inn and see where the journey takes us.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, and
Might find them all
We're
on
like
the way.
overly prepared. We saw the cottage. We didn't use any supplies. We went to this other haven. Didn't use any supplies. We were ready to do it. Anything. So.
And I was rushing again, so I do apologize. Cirion, there is an opportunity if you want to scan or look around Henry's tower. I forgot a couple of things, but it's okay. We can also move forward.
I guess I can do a quick scan.
Okay.
Just a scan check, or?
Yeah, this is a scan check.
Okay, I'll see. Okay, then I'll fail. Yeah, I failed.
Do you think Henry would be at the inn? Do we know that there's an inn? How do we know?
My scan's pretty bad. Oh, well, it was on the map. The inn was on the map. That was in the room.
Sorry, your scan's bad.
Yeah.
I apologize.
That's okay. So, you're all heading to the inn. Just for the sake of moving things forward, there was an encounter with a couple of wolves at this point, but we'll get you to the inn and close out the evening. So, as you're walking through, it's because you did stay the night there. It's quite the journey. So you're approaching the inn towards evening time. This is quite a journey, but at least you're not going through woods, and the trail's a little bit easier to find, even though it's not on most maps. So as you this is the east road here, by the way.
Yep.
So as you make it into the inn, you see that there's a sign outside that has been etched into wood called the Forsaken Inn. This is a sagging roof, smoke-stained walls. The porch is half swallowed by snow. Light spills warmly through narrow windows, and there's smell of ash, wet wool, cheap ale, not the good stuff, pulls you forward. This is not the Prancing Pony, nor is it the Drinking Well. This is the last stop on the East Road before heading into the wild. Inside, there's a low murmur that greets you. Locals huddle on cloaks near the hearth, eyeing you between drinks. A few shuffle cards and play dice. All seem closed off, unfriendly. The innkeep washes mugs in a bar tucked into the corner. What would you like to do?
Thrar will walk to the barkeep and inquire about if he's seen anyone matching Henry's description. His description of Henry's a little bit out of date by about 4 years, but he asks if he's seen anyone matching someone similar to him in recent months.
Listen, around these parts, I keep my distance from rumors. Likely you get in trouble with the wrong types if you take my meaning.
So you have not seen this fellow?
I'm not saying I've seen or not seen. I am just saying I'm not saying. I tend to like to stay out of other people's business.
Very well. Then I will put a coin on the bar and ask for 3 ales for me and my companions.
Okay, so he pours you the 3 ales. He asked what your friend's name was. What was your friend's name again?
Henry Birchtree. He hailed from Archet.
Henry Birchtree, you say? Says very loud. I don't give information and I don't take information, so I haven't seen a Henry Birchtree.
Thank you. And I head to a table with the 3 mugs of ale, gesturing to my companions.
It's almost as stubborn as you.
As you walk towards to the table to sit down with them, you notice there's a dwarf kind of sitting there, and he says, Henry Birchtree? That name sticks now, doesn't it? You don't seem... you seem decent, not like bandits looking to gain price on someone's head. I might have information, but how can I trust him? He's got a little ear trumpet that he's using to hear things. He peers at you for a while.
I stop and sit down in front of him instead of with my companions.
Companions. You see this, would you like to join him or stay where you're at?
And stay right here in case I do anything foolish in front of those doors that don't like elves.
Cirion?
Yeah, I take it as a cue, and I kind of just hang around with Aldea.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are very close by anyways. You could almost lean over and grab one of their mugs, but you're at a table right here. So you can hear what's happening. So he's peering right at you, Thrar, with his eyes squinted a bit. Like he's trying to remember something. Wait, by any chance, is your father Thrar?
He was. And who might be?
Thought I recognized you, a Blue Mountain boy, if there ever was one. Bit odd, though, you were, not like Henry. Ran into him a year ago, spring maybe. We shared road for a few miles on Weathertop. Right. You were very odd like him. You're that gate seeker boy, aren't you? All grown up now.
I have been called that, grandfather.
Owen! Owen is my name. From the Blue Mountains. I knew your father. I knew you when you were young.
I wish I could. Do I recognize him now that he says his name?
No, not at all.
Okay. Do I trust that he recognizes me?
Yeah, he's very warm. He's very, yes, Owen Groen was my father, and, we missed you on our journey. You may have heard of it when we took over Erebor.
Indeed. But,
Wasn't that something? The Gate Seeker.
To my own great regret, I have not yet found the gates that I seek, but I have a few years left. Perhaps I'll find them someday.
You know, Henry, we did walk up to the last bridge inn together last spring. He did mention something about the Belagos entrance. Fairy stories, if you ask me. I don't. I think it's just gone. Best to not have hopes, even though you have them. It's a long shot at best. Not like Moria, mind you. Even have Farron talking about a trade route. Having a few issues in the forest a few miles south of here, actually. Maybe more than a few miles, come to think of it. Mind you, Ballin and I have not scouted yet as much, so Farron may be ahead of himself. But the Bane of Durn cannot be as bad as Smog. He boasts himself up pretty prideful. We did that in short work. Hey. You should join us, Thrar. We need a good dwarf to adventure into Moria and see what's in there.
Perhaps someday, grandfather, but my business at the present is more pressing. You say you've not seen Henry since last spring.
Yeah, it was last spring. We were headed towards the last bridge inn. He kind of caught up to me. He mentioned something about a ranger, hoping to find a ranger there in those parts. Keen on the angle he was, and southwards. Wouldn't say much more about location. Had tales on his tongue of some orc. Cursed or blessed by fortune, depending on how you look at it, I suppose. A lucky wretch. Fought off trolls. Yeah, he raided strongholds with a bare handful of orc kin. Rumor is, according to Henry, this orc turned around and slit all the orcs' throats, didn't need them. Thought he had luck on his side. Apparently never died. One drinks from his mug.
That is interesting news. I have in my possession some of Henry's notes that speak vaguely of similar things. You say he was heading for the angle.
Yes, he was going to the last bridge inn to find a ranger. And from there, he was hoping that the ranger would take him to one of the ranger outposts in the angle. I think his mind was set down towards Dunland.
I see.
Fool's errands.
Well, I thank you for the information, grandfather, and if perhaps our paths cross again, and you're still in need of aid in Moria, I will pay you for this information with my own two hands.
Excellent. Well, you could do more than pay me for that. If these are your friends over here, hopefully they can hear me. If they can't hear me, they can maybe hear me later. But I have a message for you. If you can do me a favor for the favor I have done for you by giving you information.
Hi there. Hi there, you RPG players. It's Owen here from The Hobbit. I believe you're at the Forsaken Inn. Well, let me tell you something. I've been listening out for word from my mate Bofa, but I can't find him. He's hopeless. I need possibly to fight off any enemies who've captured him. I've got my fighting stuff here. Look at this. It's magnificent. He's headed off, this Beaufort. Headed off to find some distant relations, and he's not been seen since. I've even looked down the river, in a barrel, for goodness sake, and down there you can see my wee hearing horn. Aye. Thrar, you're a scholar. You know maps. You know how to find places. Can you not work out where Beaufort is, for goodness sake? Aye. Here's one or two people you might know as well. There's a wee hobbit there, and a few more of us. There I am, trying to listen in. Sometimes I find it difficult to hear what people are saying, so I've got this to keep me going. This hearing horn, aye, it's pretty valuable. They came to make a film of us. This was in the film, aye. And then there's some people doing sound. I thought you just listened to sound. But here, they printed my hearing horn on the back of a shirt for themselves. Aldea, you might be an elf, but you've fire in your heart, lass. If you want to walk in Galadriel's footsteps, I reckon you can do it. Aye, there I am. Somebody painted this strange picture of me with my hearing on. I reckon if you want to follow Galadriel, you'll not be sorry. Hey, what's this? I was not so well. Aye, I had to have some work done on my face. You can see there, they call this a prosthetic. I don't quite know what the word means, but you can see what it is. It's an image of me with some other fella's hair for my eyebrows. And down here, my ear is missing. So they made another one. And they glued it on. Once I started using this, I couldn't hear a thing. Cirion, you're a ranger. You can travel far and wide, learn all of Middle-earth, and work with Thrar to find my pal Beaufort. This is the scarf of Gandalf. Aye, he left it with me. He left after they'd made their pictures of us. He left that with me. It was magical. And he said to me, this is what it's all about. This is an image that they will put in their pictures to show people. It is the key to the Misty Mountain. Aye, it's that key. The key to our treasure, but more than that, it's the key to who we are, to our heritage. So, I'm gonna say farewell to you. I wish you all well. Be careful of the ale in that house there. Be very careful. You never know where it's come from. Best of luck to you all.
All right. So, Owen Owen is now unlocked as a patron for you guys if you take the Beaufort quest, which is kind of en route with where you're headed towards Henry anyways, Archet, and then down to Dunland. So on that journey, as long as you are kind of on that path, then you get a benefit from Owen, and that is that he gives you 1 extra fellowship score per adventure, which we haven't really been using. It gives you extra hope to distribute amongst all of you. And you can spend 1 fellowship point to automatically succeed in explore or lore test related to dwarven ruins or rumors. And that's why I wanted to get to the last location tonight.
Yep.
Of course.
And You guys could have gone a couple of different directions, and we wouldn't have ended up here for a while, probably. But, wow. All right, cool. Congratulations, you made it to the Forsaken Inn, and you've unlocked Owen as a patron. And I believe that will bring us the end to tonight. Does that work for everybody?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, congratulations. I had such a blast with you guys, and we'll pick up next time with our next adventure to see where you head and what else you might find at the Forsaken. And you just got here, so there could be other things to find, but it looks like you're about ready to head towards Almansul, where Jerry was last seen, and maybe to the last bridge, and maybe off to the angle, or maybe things will take you somewhere else. You might run into Theron. Who knows? There's a lot that can happen on the East Road. So with that, we'll call it a night, and thank you again so much.